beat so slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking to make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowards bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a meteor, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What's good? What is happening to everybody that's in the building? Salute to everybody that's going to hit us on the playback. Please keep riding past the window. Salute to everybody, though. Salute, man. What an insightful week we've had in boxing. Salute to you, yo. Salute to everybody that came in the building, man. Let me get this started. Salute to you, Victor. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming in the building, yo. Always supporting, man. Always supporting all things AMC FSG. What is popping with you, yo? I got all my serious supporters is in the building first. Like always, Big Mike Biggs Boxing is in the building, man. These are my real ones right here. Salute to the family thing. What's popping with you? Salute Jarrell. What's good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through, yo. Peace and blessings to you. Salute to you, 704 Joe. What is good with you? Salute, yeah, man. I needed that 5 minutes. Salute 2 cents, man. I have to say that I missed your live. Like, this is like the 3rd week. I actually, wanted to participate and couldn't. God damn it. I can't. Like, around that time, I really thought you started your live at like 5:30. Then I thought it was 6:30, but I'm wrong. You start your live probably like 8:30 or some shit like that. It has to be. Gots to be. I be sleep like shit, or I be entertaining my daughter, or just entertaining. So that's why I always miss it. But I'm gonna really try to make the live this coming Friday. I say this to myself every week. It just don't happen. Okay, I was ready at 6:30 at one point in time, and you wasn't live. Or maybe you just ran late that day. What time? Like, where you live at? Is it Eastern time? Because I'm in Eastern time. Maybe that's what it is. And I'm an hour off or some shit. Is it Eastern time? Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is good with you? What's popping? What is salute? Salute. Salute. That's not, I don't think we got the same time. Texas time ain't the same as Maryland. Texas time ain't the same as Maryland. I'm about to go out my living room like this. The light in here is absolute madness in my room. Hold on. Let me see if because then I'm going to have to take my... My bad, y'all. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. My daughter got all types of papers and stuff on this daggone table. Hold on. I'm going to drop the link. Jesus, girl. She's painting. Oh my goodness. My daughter takes over when the weekends, boy, food and everything. All right, hold up. All right, my bad. My bad. Let me charge this. Let me put the charger in here. Damn it. Technical difficulties. Hold on. This is why my ass was late to begin with. Okay. See, I think it's 2 hours, damn it. Now, see, look, when I get all ready at 6:30 and 2 hours pass, I'm doing something else, really. Because at that time, I don't even be on YouTube because I have a 12-year-old daughter. You feel me? I don't be on YouTube. I go on YouTube looking for your ass, 2 cents. Sheesh. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Woo! All right. All right. Central Standard Time. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm Eastern. Salute. We gotta be there every Friday. Stop by when you got the time. I mean, for me, it's 8:30. That's when you go live. You go live at 8:30. Or 1 hour. It's 1 hour. I don't know. Figure it out. I'll figure it out. Salute to you, Just Do is in the building. What is popping with you? What is good? Salute to you. Hope all is well with you and the family. Mountain is 2, Pacific is 3. About this little girl, oh my gosh. Stuff be everywhere. Put the time zone, man. And I asked you, you commented on one of my videos, and you was like, "Come through." I was like, "Time? What's the time?" You still would have been like 6:30. You still would have been like 6:30, and I would have got there, and you would have been there. You know what I'm saying? What is good with you? Salute to you, Jason Williams. Hope all is well with you. Been a little minute. Blessings. Blessings to you and your family. I'm about to get it. Hold on. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Let me drop this link before I forget, and we can just start cooking. I really don't have mad topics to talk about, but I do want to talk about all these upcoming fights. I want to talk about all these call outs. You heard me. Let me do this shit. I forgot how to do it. All right. And then I need to go on here. I see a lot of gutsy call outs. I see a lot of gutsy fights being made. Salute to boxing, right? All right, here's my channel right here. Here it is right here. All right, hold on. Oh my goodness. Why does this shit do this? It's so irritating. But please do hit that like button. Thurman about to get stopped. Yeah. Actually, Keith Thurman and Verse Fondor is at the top of the docket, ma'am. That's the top of the docket. That's the first one that I had on here to talk about. Keefy Pooh. Shout out to Keefy Pooh putting it all on the line for us. Shout out to Keith. I would have rather him fight Tim Tszyu. I'm not going to lie. I think Tim Tszyu is a better fight for him. Being that shit, what did I put it on? I need to delete some of these apps or something, because this is too much. I thought Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman was going to be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would have been more entertaining. You know, I think Fondor versus Thurman would be a hard fight for Thurman before I would say Fondor had his new fighting style, I should say. I'm trying to do two things at once and my phone is irritating me. So, here we go. Oh, here it is. Okay. Gosh, child. Anyways, Jesus. Not too fast, 2 cent. Salute Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute to you, young man. Hope all is well with you. Listen, Fondor was a problem when he first started, when he couldn't even use his reach and all of that. He had slope. He still got the slope. He still got all the problems that he had. He just threw in a solution. He threw in an equalizer to all of his problems that he had stylistically. What he did to Tim Tszyu and his new style is going to be hard to beat now for everybody at 154. Before that, he was hard to beat, but he was beatable. You know what I'm saying? He got stopped by Brian Mendoza, but this is different. Damn. This is different though. I think Fondor is a problem more than ever now. He's a problem more than ever. He still got that crazy ass uppercut. He uses jab more. He uses jab as it looks like it's just there to cause confusion now. You don't know when it's really going to be a jab or he's just flinging it to make sure he don't get hit with whatever you're throwing or to keep you busy or to make sure you reset or whatever the fuck. Like it's different. Being that Keith Thurman do have good feet. He's known for having good feet. He's known to be a good boxer. He's known to having pop, but this isn't the Keith Thurman that was in his 20s. This is the Keith Thurman that's in his late 30s. You know what I'm saying? This is the Keith Thurman that really couldn't hurt. Well, he hurt him a little bit, but he really couldn't do much with Barrios. Barrios got dropped a bunch of times. He got hurt visibly by Gervonta Davis. So it's just telling me that Keith Thurman power really ain't there like a Brian Mendoza. So regardless of what people want to say about this and that, salute to you. Can you turn on your camera real quick? Oh, it's Ja again. Salute. What's good with you, Ja?
Salute. What's good with you?
Turn your mic up. Can you turn your mic up a little bit?
Is it better now?
Yeah, I guess. Can y'all hear him? I can hear you.
Is it too low?
It's a little low, but I don't think. I mean, if they can hear you, I can hear you. I just wanted to make sure everybody can hear. But I can hear you.
Is it better now?
Oh yeah, it's better now.
All right, so I wanted to speak on Fondor. Like, I mean, I ain't doubting Fondor. He tall, but I just don't know what's basing off. Like, he just gonna dominate Keith Thurman. Like, I feel like he ain't had the same type of opponents in his career that Keith Thurman had. And the only blemish is like that loss to Pacquiao that Keith Thurman had. That could have been something else behind the scenes after we seen what happened with Barrios and Pacquiao. Because people was they was clamoring for that Pacquiao fight at the time. Like, I think Bud was trying to get that fight like around that same time too. The fight with Pacquiao. But like Fondor beat Lubin. Like that was a bad loss for Lubin, but like besides that, he beat Tim Tszyu, like somebody who basically tailor made for that uppercut and just keep running into that. Like I feel like Keith Thurman, his IQ is this probably gonna be the highest IQ Fondor ever faced. And then like only thing I could say is like maybe he older now and he ain't been as active as he should be. But like his reaction time always been pretty good. And I feel like what's this new style like Fondor that's so different? Cause like eventually he start like mixing it up in the inside a lot. And I feel like the inside fighting gonna be bad. Like that's not good for him. Versus somebody with an IQ like Keith Thurman.
What's good with you, Aunt McQueen? What's popping with you? What's good with you, Tyler Cunningham, Carolina in the biatch? I say his style. That's what I'm saying. His newfound style, he still have all the problems that he still had. Like, he didn't change none of the holes that's in his style. He still has. What makes Fondor hard to fight is the fact that he fights tall. He's a lengthy fighter. He's taller than everybody, and his reach is crazy. Now, I said about Fondor when he first beat up Lubin, okay, is that uppercut that he has, where fighters are taught to look at. If you have a good trainer, you're not taught to look at a fighter's face or the bottom half of their body. You're taught to look in this area, the shoulders and stuff. When it comes to that, if you're a fighter and you standing in front of Fondor, somebody as tall as Fondor, you're not going to see that uppercut coming when you are in close quarters. When you are very close to Fondor and fighting on the inside, you ain't going to be able to see it coming. That's how Lubin got knocked out by Fondor because he was too close to him when he threw that uppercut. He had no idea it was coming. Now I understand about Keith Thurman having good. That's what I'm saying. He got good footwork. He's always been, people always gave him props for his footwork and his boxing skill, and he deserves that. He earned that. You know what I'm saying? But the hardest thing about Fondor is getting to the man. And the fact that the first fight that you watched with Tim Tszyu, he was getting to Fondor, in my opinion, kind of with ease, just with some feints and some quick movement, just blasting, just bat. He was getting to Fondor. He was beating Fondor, in my opinion, until the cut happened. So the second fight was night and day, and all he did was keep flicking the jab out. That's all he was doing. That's all the man did was flick the jab out there. And Tim didn't know when to go. He didn't know when to shoot. A lot of times when fighters are good fighters, some fighters that's really good fighters, they need time to set up. That's why a lot of good trainers would tell a fighter in this type of fight, all you need to do is keep making him reset. Keep making him reset. And the thing is with Fondor, that man make you pay for real estate. He gonna make you pay to get close to him. You really gonna have this gonna be a good fight because Keith Thurman is going to have to really duck and get inside and risk getting hit by that uppercut while he's ducking and trying to get on the inside. If Fondor know how to feint for real and if he start feinting real good and taking a step back and add that to his repertoire of him just already having his little new style that he has, just one thing that he added, he adds stepping back and adding some feints. It's going to be even more hell to deal with. Like, I understand what you're saying, though. Fondor ain't all of that. I don't like the fact that he's fighting in that weight class and he's that tall because it's unfair. Just like his sister. It's really unfair, and it's hard for fighters to really get in. Especially his sister's heart is fucking, she's robbing the bank every time she get, and she ain't nobody gonna, girls don't have that, they're not that flight of foot. Their feet ain't that fast to handle his sister, period. It's not gonna happen. They're too small. His feet ain't fast enough. And when it comes to Keith Thurman, got really good feet. He's just not as young and agile as he used to be. It would have been a better fight if Keith was still in his prime, in his 20s, and Fondor, before he even had this little flicking jab, and it just seemed like he threw out 100 jabs that really wasn't jabs. They was just there to confuse and keep Tim busy. Salute to you, Aunt McQueen. What is popping with you?
What's going on? What's going on?
Salute to you, Hugo.
Salute.
Ja. Yeah, I like to see Fondor just educate his feet a little bit more because you'll see him hop out or pull out. He just got slow feet, and I believe that part of it is the growth spurt. They were saying once upon a time he was only like 5'9" or something like that, and the thing that I think is just unreal is his build. He's so damn slight. You seen the last fight, he came in at like 152 or something like that. So he's not one of them dudes where he's cutting a whole lot of weight. And then there was recent footage of him working the heavy bag. He still looked very slight, real thin. I think that's just how he's built. Him and his sister, both of them they just got like freakish builds. They don't retain much weight, it seems like. Even after after they get in the ring, you don't really see them fill out like that. You see some people where they look emaciated on the scale. Then by the time you see them on fight night, they look real filled in. He still looks slight. That's just him, man. I'm not even sure if he could go up to 160 or 168. He'll probably have to change up his whole regimen and get on a weight training program or something like that in order to build enough muscle to be able to make such a move. As far as him as Keith are concerned, Keith got to try to get himself on the outside, this open stance. Keith don't really have too many southpaws on his resume. You got a handful of them. I was watching one of the fights he had earlier that he had against Quintana, Carlos Quintana, who was a real good fighter in his own right. I like the way that Keith was able to get to the outside, shade him towards the right hand, get to the body. Brian Mendoza was able to do that with Fundora, get to his body, get underneath the jab. So if Keith can do that, but he's got to be mindful because, like you said about the uppercuts, that is one thing that Fundora is really good with, timing people on the way in with the uppercut. So I agree with you as far as the feints are concerned. If he were to feint a little bit more and then just like add that and being able to time people, forget about it. Because then he'd be able to set traps at that point. He could be more deliberate. He could be more proactive than reactive.
Yeah. Fondora's I'm just saying, him being that tall, fighting in that weight class is unfair. Him and her being a girl, the fact that, I mean, I'm tall. How tall is she? Like 5'10"?
I think she's about 5'9", but
5'9"?
she
Yeah,
looks like she's towering over those girls because she fights.
at 118 or something, right?
Yeah, she's like around like
112,
bantam.
something like that. Now, same thing. Like, I know what it is. That's why I wanted to fight. I'm 5'10", and I would have fought at 130. So everybody I would have fought would have been 5'7" or shorter. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the math behind it. I understand. I definitely understand. And being in the way she fights, and she don't really have slow hands. Those girls' feet, period. Like, and girls in general. I'm not saying there's not a couple that's, subjected to the rule, but girls in general, feet just ain't as fast as men, period. And just distance is still distance, no matter the gender. You understand what I'm saying? And she has the distance advantage over all the girls. Those girls ain't gonna be able to touch her. It just is what it is. She's gonna go through everybody easy until she move up and fight somebody that got her reaching her size. Like, that's just how I see it. I'm not saying that they're doing something unfair. I'm just saying it's unfair to the people that they're fighting, because it's difficult to fight those type of fighters. But she was on my list of top 5 most entertaining girls. And no, I mean, I'm not disrespect. I mean, I'm not hating or nothing. No disrespect to neither one of them. But it's just hard. It's a difficult thing to deal with. Salute to you, Picasso. What is good with you? Here you go. Back with the same. Yeah, I mean, kinda. His jabs are on point. Yeah, that's one thing he brushed up on, was the jabs, yo. Was the jabs. What y'all think is gonna happen in the fight, for real though? Ja?
Um, I agree with you saying behind the science about Gabby, or is it Gabby Fondora? I agree with that. Like, I could see the difference with ladies boxing versus men and the distance and all of that. So like, I could see that as a huge disadvantage. But like with Fondora, like what she be doing, he don't be doing that with his size. Like, not to me. Like, I see where he touched up on his
I
jab,
agree with you.
whatever. But like, and then he fighting Keith Thurman. Like, Keith Thurman known for like awkward haymakers in the mid, like at close range, just catching people with like where you can hear the sound, like with them haymakers at close range, like. And I feel like it's only a matter of time Fondora gonna be in that range fighting, cause that's what he really like to do the most. And like, besides the jab, the uppercut is like the most vulnerable punch. You the most vulnerable throwing the uppercut, even though it's one of the most devastating punches. At the same time, it's like one of the most vulnerable. And with Keith experience and IQ, like, I don't see him like with that size. I don't know. I don't see that uppercut, like Fondor's uppercut, doing that to Keith. It's gonna be a good fight just because like Fondor young and hungry, and then his size advantage. But like besides like he fought Tim Tszyu and he was probably had PTSD from getting his head split to the bone, and he fight like that anyway. Like he gonna get hit with whatever you want to hit him with. Like you just gotta be able to tough it out with him because he kind of like a relentless type of fighter. And then with Lubin, he was more like I feel like more immature around that time, and he was really trying like still trying to make his comeback. I don't know if that'll go the same if he was to fight Lubin again. But I feel like the same reason why Charlo had beat Lubin, it just cause he a winner, and then he started facing fighters that's that elite, and he just kind of like gung ho when it come to a like where it take away from his IQ in these fights, like not respecting his opponent. So I feel like that's why he did that to Lubin, and I feel like and why he did the same type of thing to Tim Tszyu. I feel like that's what he kind of living off of is that, and then depending on Keith Thurman being kind of like on his way out. But besides that, like you were saying, like if it's a prime Keith Thurman at that weight, then it's no doubt to me like Keith Thurman a school Fondor. But just cause he old, that's the only and Fondor like I know he probably like at the height of his career or close to the height. So he really want probably he probably real hungry right now. So he might brush up on some of that step back, like his step back game and just stay in that range. But I don't feel like he gonna fix it that fast. Like eventually he just gonna be in the inside mixing it up. And with Keith, it's gonna be haymaker city, like at awkward angles where you think he falling off balance and he just catch you. Like, but that's all I gotta say about that. That's how I think it's gonna go. But it's gonna be close because Fondor is still young, and he, he gonna be hungry. So, but I think it's gonna be a close fight. I kind of like Keith Thurman to win. I like Keith Thurman. Like he real funny.
Yeah,
Like,
you funny. Good to you, City to City TV.
so I want Keith Thurman to win, but I like if Fondor win, that'd be good too, cause he's young and up and
Rick Tins. He said, "You think Lubin head was knocked up? You remember when Keith Thurman head swelled up too? Fondor about to lump up and stop him due to a hematoma." Salute to you, City to City. See, it's your first time in the chat. Hope you enjoy the show. I think that's what I'm saying. I think this is going to be a good fight. To have different opinions on this fight like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people saying that Fondor is going to take this easy just because of who Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's a good fighter. Like everybody knows he's a good fighter, but the man get winded sometimes. Sometimes being that he's older now, we don't know how he's going to take moving around constantly versus Fondor. He don't want to be no sitting duck. That's one thing you don't want to be versus Fondor is a sitting duck. You're not gonna want to be sitting there and trying to fight dudes. So being that he don't like those body shots and that he's gonna want to be getting in and out, man, he's gonna be moving around constantly. If Keith Thurman gets tired, damn, it's gonna be it's going to be a problem, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to like Keith Thurman more and more after his past transgressions at 147 and how he didn't fight nobody for 2 years and he had 2 titles. That really irritated me. But other than that, Keith Thurman he's a very funny guy. I like Keith Thurman. He beats around the bush like no other. I think him and Bill would be like an argument that people would pay to listen to and watch. I like Keith Thurman's tenacity as far as the people he will fight also. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Salute to you, Tay Tay. What is good with you? Hope all is well The real queen of MMA and combat talk is in the building. What is popping with you?
I think
It's all love for Keith Thurman. I just think that this gonna be a very, very hard fight. Don't Fondor have 2 titles right now?
I don't know.
No, he had to. He had the WBO, but now Xander Zayas got that. He won the
How?
vacant. He won the vacant. I don't know how they put him in there, but that fight that he had with the dude, that Charles Conwell, that was for the vacant WBO title, but that was Fondora's belt. And remember, that was part of the discrepancy with the Errol Spence fight happening. The WBO, they refused to sanction that bout between Fondora and Spence because they said, you can't be out of the ring for a certain amount of time or have been stopped in your last fight. So they doused that fire and basically he relinquished that belt. Now Xander Zayas got it off the vacant situation.
I like
Okay.
Xander at that special spot where he young, like got a little bit of green to him, but like still think he could get in there with any of the.
Thanks, Rick Timms. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know how that happened. How did Xander Zayas get the WBO? You said WBO. What you said still doesn't make any sense. What Ed McQueen said still doesn't make any sense to me.
That's
Now
how they
I like
do.
Xander Zayas, huh?
I said that's how they do. They just wake up and they decide like, hey man, you fighting for a title. The dude that he fought, I don't even believe that gentleman was in the top 10 in the rankings or anything like that. They just somehow made it happen. You know what I mean? When you got the affiliation
Hey,
with some
I like
people who can make
Xander.
things
He's
happen.
very, very marketable, very talented, very knowledgeable and skilled fighter. But 154 is way too deep to be handing people title shots or vacant title. Like it's just too much. It's too much going on right now. 154 is too much. It's too many people in the weight class. All right. Now I heard Xander Zayas' team say something about boots. Why don't we make that official and make that happen then? I would love to see that. I would love to see Boots versus Xander Zayas. Let's get it popping. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't know. Xander Zayas got all right names on his record, but he really don't have nobody that you can sneeze at on his record for real. He really don't have no good name for real like that to be a champion. Do Virgil got a title? Virgil got a title at 154.
And I'm not sure if you seen the beef that was going on between the two of them right now.
Yeah, they going back and
Because
forth.
Xander was
I think Virgil was at first talking about that he need to fight somebody in the top 10 or some shit. Xander need to fight somebody in the top 10 before he say something to him or something. I don't like that. I've never liked that type of talk. Ever. And for Virgil Ortiz to be in that weight class that hasn't had a title shot yet is a little different. I don't understand why he hasn't had a title shot to make any sense to me. I think he fought the two of the killers at 154 in my opinion. Two good names at 154. The dude was his name Majimov, the guy that Bud fought, and he fought
Sergey
I could never
Boachuk.
never remember his fucking name. What'd you say?
Sergey Boachuk.
Boachuk. He fought both of them. I mean, I can't really. It's not that many good names that Xander Zayas has fought at 154, and I like Xander. I
I
like a
thought
lot of
Spoma
guys.
was a good win for I thought Spoma was a good win for Xander Zayas.
I just don't. I
And
just didn't
and he got a
know him like
dub
that.
over a former champion and Patrick Teixeira. I think that
I think
Xander Zayas got a decent resume.
no. I'm not saying he don't have a decent resume. I'm just saying I don't really. It's like if I don't know a certain fighter, you know what I'm saying? It just feel like how good is that? I mean, just because I don't know, I'm not saying that a fighter isn't good, but I'm just saying for 154 to be as deep as it is, I don't know any of those names that's really on his resume like that. You feel me? Like they're not names that's really marketed up there like that. That's how I really feel. Salute to Mike Biggs boxing in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super.
This is for the
I feel
cool.
like Xander versus Fondor, based on the eye test, is 50-50 fight.
It,
Like
boxing
Fondor
is
got bigger names on his resume, but like the way he fight and who he was fighting when he did good. Like I feel like him and Xander would be a 50-50.
Who and Xander?
Fondor.
Fondor and Xander.
Yeah.
I think Xander wanted to fight Fondor. I think he called him out on like two separate occasions, probably even more.
Cause he tall too, and then he not the type of fighter that just come in like just run to the uppercut all day. Like, but he young though. But like I don't know. I feel like that fight would be a lot closer than the team. But Keith Thurman and Fondor need to do a face off. Like y'all remember when Keith Thurman did the face off with Pacquiao and kept on talking about his T Rex arms.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
I
want
talked about that fight after that. I talked about that fight before and after. That was a pretty good fight. Salute to you, seen and unseen boxing. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Xander doesn't have the power to make Fondor not do his usual steamrolling style. I don't know. I don't know, man. Honestly, yo, I think when Fondor get hit, he wears it. In my opinion, he doesn't really have a good poker face. He be looking like infested with orcas. He be looking like those punches really be hurting his ass. But he got a pretty good chin, but he get hit on it a lot. You feel me? Now that's what I'm saying. One time hasn't been one time in quite a spell. You know, I understand he got a couple. He got some knockouts like recently. I think he had one or two recently. But like I said,
had to
man,
win with
like
Brock Jarvis.
yeah, Jarvis. That's who he knocked him out. But I don't know, man. Like this, that's what I'm saying. He didn't stop Barrios. I don't think he even dropped Barrios.
but Barrios only been stopped by Tank though.
You're
Like
correct.
even been like Barrios award before he fought. I think it was like a couple fights ago. Barrios won. I feel like fair and square, but like damn, like I ain't even know if I wanted to see him fight again. How much damage he took in that fight, and he still didn't get.
Before Tank,
Nah, after it was
I
like
think Ja talking about that Abel Ramos fight.
yeah, like oh my god, and he
I
won.
didn't even see that shit. Everybody's been talking about that fight. I still haven't seen it. I need to see it.
He
Salute
dropped
to
he
you,
dropped
JJ.
Ramos fight and he dropped Ramos twice and then Ramos came back, dropped him. And it just seemed like the second half of the fight was way harder than it should have been.
Who was in his corner? Who was training Barrios?
Bob Santos, I believe.
That's who's training him now, isn't it?
Yep. Because before he was with Virgil. He was with Virgil Hunter.
Now, was he still with Virgil when he fought Keith Thurman?
No, I think he had went to Bob by then.
Hmm.
Barrios got some decent skills. He's got a
Yeah,
decent
I like
skill set. The
Barrios.
thing about Barrios that just like I just be finding so perplexing. It just seems like he's just like too nice of a guy. Like he just don't really got no nastiness to him. Like he's
Yeah,
durable. He's a
he's
dude like
not.
he'll take a punch, but he don't really be seeming like he's trying to dish it out for real sometimes.
You know what?
Chris,
Devin Haney said that about him when he said he sparred Barrios. He said they asked him how the sparring went. Devin Haney said he's a nice guy. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh, I never even heard that. I never heard that. But yeah, that's how I feel watching Barrios. Cause like even
Ah!
even the fight with Pacquiao, right? Like he hurt Pacquiao with a body shot. Then Pacquiao complained to him, telling him to keep it up. And then I think Thomas Taylor was the referee. He was like, yo, he was like, nah, that was clean. Then when he went back to the corner, Bob Santos was telling him, don't let this dude referee the fight. Like you can't
Yeah,
tell him, you can't let him tell you where you can hit him. And like Barrios just seemed to oblige. He didn't want to go back to the body after that. I'm like, oh, this dude's too nice.
And Mr. Nice Guy
Too nice.
came out versus Manny Pacquiao. He didn't look like he was fighting like himself. You can tell. It's like, yo, what's going on, Barrios?
I get it.
Why are you fighting them like that?
I get what Barrios be doing. Like, it's similar to what Tank, when you see Tank and Lamont just fighting. It was kind of like friendly. Like, I feel like it might not have been both ways. Like, both fighters wasn't fighting like that. And it looked crazy because they just be throwing bombs anyway. But, like, sometimes, like, a lot of people, they try to tell boxers, like, you don't play boxing because, and not even talking about the business side of it, talking about being in the ring. Like,
yeah,
imagine if Keyshawn and Shakur fought, and then one of them was, like, still, like, feeling like they in the gym sparring. Then one of them, the other one will probably get dominated. I feel like Barrios got that type of sportsmanship, and that's why I think he fight other fighters that's like lower caliber, and he be in wars with them, but then he'd beat somebody like Ugas or somebody, or he expose Pacquiao, like, or something like that because of his sportsmanship. But other fighters don't treat boxing like that. They treat it like if you got treated how if you on the streets and somebody trying to fight you.
Think what's the trainer name that's named Abel something. Can't remember his name right now. Shit. But he said that Tank was his favorite fighter.
Which one? Abel Sanchez?
Abel Sanchez, yeah, the respectable one with the big ass mustache. He said Tank, when you watch him train and watch him fight, is one of his favorite fighters. He said because he does things that trainers trainers can't teach you, coaches can't teach you. They pick it up from the streets. I was like, thank you for showing some love instead of calling this man ghetto and shit like that, like fucking Manny Pacquiao. I mean, like Paulie Malignaggi and shit like that, bro. And you know the thing is with that, black people and people from there call it the hood. It's only people that's not from that motherfucker that call it the ghetto. You realize you realize that shit? Like, bro, Tank ain't ghetto anyway, yo. Just to touch on that shit, Tank ain't ghetto, bro. What he learned from the streets because that's where he was born at. He was born in that shit, in the streets. He was born, and was on in foster care. So he just had to fight. Yeah, Sanchez. He had to fight every day because he had to, not because he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to, and he ended up was good at the sport, and he learned what he learned and became what he came. If he was ghetto, then when Keyshawn went back there and headbutt Albright, he wouldn't have been the first motherfucker to do this. He would have been did some ghetto shit in my honest opinion. It wouldn't be that. But we can move on from Keith Thurman and Fondor, bro. I heard, and is this true? Is this fight really going to happen? Cool Boy Steph versus O'Shaquie Foster. Is that a real fight? Is that real? Is it really going down? Do we know?
It's on the Fundora Thurman undercard. It's the co-main.
So it is real.
No doubt.
All right, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna hit the super chat. Salute to you, Big Dog Willie, in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
That's official.
Say, shit. He says salute to the fabulous, incredible, stupendous, and gracious Tanker Maniacs. I told you so. Tour Jake Paul and Tank. It was Jake Paul versus Tanker Maniacs. I know it hurts. Yeah, it do hurt to Tank Maniacs. I know I'm not one of those though. So
what hurt? What's a Tanker Maniac?
A Tanker Maniac is a super Tank fan. How a lot of people that's fans of somebody, they take it overboard. nothing that a motherfucker can do is wrong and all of that. Some people would say some Devin Haney fans are like that. Some people would say some Canelo fans are like that. Those are tank, they call tank maniacs, tank fans that's like that. You know, everybody got a super fan, they got a fan, and then they have supporters, you know, which is a supporter is just a fan of boxing. You know what I mean? That support a fighter. I'm a supporter and I've been a fan, but I'm not a tanker maniac. If I was a tanker, but he know that. He know that. If I was a tanker maniac, I'll have more shit about tank on my channel than y'all. I live in Maryland. I've been 20 minutes from Upton Gym, and I don't make content like that about my guy. But salute to Big Dog Willie. He definitely was right. I think you came back by here and said it a couple times. One time I did harp on if that fight really would happen. It just was weird to me what weight class it would be at. But it would be a very entertaining fight if it happens and shit. It seems like they selling tickets already on top of tickets already and all of that. But shout out to Big Dog Willie because he definitely was the first person talking about it and didn't stop talking about it no matter what the hell the topic was about. He came in there and said that Tank is fighting I call Jake Paul what's his name? The dude off of the Incredibles. I call him Incrediboy. That's what he looked like, bro. I got a side to side picture of him and Incrediboy. He looked exactly like his ass on my IG. He said enough. He in here, yo. He in here. He in here. Salute to you, family thing. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat with the super sticker.
This is for the cool.
But he need to make his rounds. He need to tell everybody so that he told y'all so. He need to tell everybody. Let the world know. He was the first one to tell y'all. Sources. But okay, you said it was real. Cool Boy Steph versus Foster. Now I need to look this up. I need to do some. Let me know what y'all think about the fight while I bring up their box rack, please. Hello?
I just think like Cool Boy, he underrated as a fighter. I already look at him as a Hall of Famer right now, just off of his resume alone. Like win, lose or draw, he been having some good fights at them lower weight classes. I don't know. This a good one. Like O'Shaquie got the edge because he'll move around all fight and he got excellent footwork. And his offense on point too, where he could catch you. So like it's gonna be probably more difficult for Cool Boy because I feel like that's how O'Shaquie always fight. Like he always like on the bike, catch you, then he get back on the bike. So I don't know. I want it to be a better fight though than like the type of style. Like Cool Boy could do he like an all around, but like O'Shaquie is probably one of the hardest people to catch if he just moving.
Yeah.
Ja, you don't think that could play against him potentially in this fight? Maybe in his psyche because with that same style, many people felt like that's what got him robbed versus Conceição. He was on the bike a little too much. He boxed well, was sound defensively, didn't really get hit with nothing, but it looks like the other guy's controlling the fight if you're constantly on the move and you never set your feet. Do you think that could affect him in this fight?
Possibly, but just not as much as I see it affecting him versus like somebody like Kaseka style. Like I ain't trying to chop your name up, but like, cause he a type of fighter that'll just rush in there the whole time. Like Cool Boy more laid back. He could put pressure on you, but he's still going to his shots. Like so, I don't know. Like I don't like. Yeah, that definitely will work against him, especially if he got pressure on him to put performance. And I feel like Cool Boy might be like the A side more than likely. So he should have had the pressure to like start initiate from the beginning. But with Foster though, his footwork's so good, like he could be in and out. Like if Cool Boy not always ready, Like the reaction time ain't all the way there. Foster could catch him. Combination, 2 piece, 3 piece, and be gone. Like not even there to be hit. And I don't know how quick Cool Boy is with like cutting off the ring, or like how reckless he is with
I
cutting.
have a question. What weight class is this going to be at? Is this going to be at 130?
130. And that was
So
another
it's,
question. That was another question I was going to have about Oshaki Foster because his
oh
past
shit.
couple of fights, he been looking like at times he slowed down just a tad bit and he's not able to be as active. And he has been pretty candid about having his challenges with making that 130 weight cut. And I've seen Shock in person. Like he's not a small 130 pounder.
Yeah. Salute to you, Slogan One. What is popping with your AMC FSG is in the building? What is good with you? I agree with you. Leonard Elderby is YouTube's official boxing promoter. Salute to you, salute to you, Thomas Hill is in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for hitting that link.
Appreciate you for letting the link be able to be hit. Bump that. You could be doing this all by your lonesome and still be doing a fantastic job. But you got the ubiquitous and loquacious one Aunt McQueen up here. You got my man, the nephew in the building. My man, Jareel Hadi, and we got me. So hell, it's a party. What's good?
I want to say about the fight. Just looking it up, just for everybody that don't know, Cool Boy's record is 23-1 with 8 knockouts, and he's 5'6.5" with a 70.5 inch reach. Foster 23-3 with 12 knockouts. He's 5'8.5" reach. Now you just said this fight is going to be at 130. That's a weight class Cool Boy hasn't fought at, right? Am I correct? He never
Yeah,
fought
he's
at.
moving up.
Okay,
He's
never
moving
fought at
up.
130. Now, and the first guy that he fought when he moved up to 126 dropped him, right? Because I watched that fight.
Yeah, that was
I don't
Castro.
see him, huh? What'd you say?
That was Castro that he fought.
Castro,
The one that dropped him.
Carlos. Yeah, all right. I didn't see the fight versus him and Figueroa. So please enlighten me. How much moving around the ring did he do versus him? How much moving around the ring did Cool Boy Steph do versus Figueroa in the last fight he had?
Oh, he mixed it up. He was fairly versatile in that fight. He wasn't on the bike the whole time. There were moments where he stood his ground. Actually, there were quite a few moments where he was actually pressing Figueroa and pushing him back,
Yeah, I
fighting
heard
on the
Figueroa
inside.
looked like trash in the fight.
He did, but I don't think it was just him looking
I
like
don't.
trash. I thought
Yeah,
I
that
didn't watch
Cool
it,
Boy
so
did
I
a
don't know.
fantastic job. It's like Ja said. I think that from the outside, Shock may be the superior boxer, but when it comes to all around being able to do a little bit of everything, having more tools, I would have to definitely give that edge to Cool Boy. It's not to say that Shock is a slouch on the inside, but I've never seen him fight that type of fight. But I've seen it with Cool Boy where he's out there framing the dude up on the inside, changing the head slot, shoulder to shoulder, throwing them little short uppercuts, little hooks, and things of that nature, working in the clinch. With Shock, you don't really see him work in the clinch like that. Shock is like real clean with his work. Everything from the outside for the most part. Using
Okay,
his feet.
now what surprised me about I already liked Oshaki as a fighter, but what surprised me was his performance he had versus Ray Vargas when it comes to fighting on the outside and the jabs and his quickness. Whew, it was beautiful. He put
yeah.
a boxing clinic on Ray Vargas' ass, and Ray Vargas was the taller fighter. I seen the dog come out of Oshaki Foster when he went over to Mexico City and fought Hernandez or whatever dude name was, and he had
Yeah,
like
Rocky Hernandez. Rocky Hernandez.
Hernandez. Yeah.
23 and with 22 knockouts, bro. He was pressing them the whole time. He ended up stopping them late, and they was hating. The chick that was on the mic was hating. No, bro, he deserved that stoppage. He deserved it. I seen the dog and I seen the heart come out of him a couple of times, man. Now I understand what 2 Cents is saying. I understand what you're saying when it comes to his dog. But the thing is that, and I understand what you're saying, Aunt McQueen, when it comes to how he got relaxed in his fight versus Conceição and stuff like that. Don't these two got beef with each other? Don't Cool Boy and O'Shaquie Foster got a little beef?
Yeah, I didn't know they had beef. O'Shaggy be kind of in the beast with other people. It seemed like though.
But am I right or wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they were going back and forth on Twitter or some shit. I thought they had beef.
I thought his beef.
I seen, matter of fact, not O'Shaquie. I seen Cool Boy getting a couple people face, like at like events and stuff. Like I seen that shit. He don't got no punk in him
At all. No, he don't have no punk.
Yeah, but I thought they was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he should see me and all this other shit. Like, I'm just saying, this ain't the time to fight calm, cool, and relaxed and shit like that. If he lose to Steph, Cool Boy Steph moving up, it's gonna be really hard for him to get back on top, in my opinion, yo. Because
that boy
moving up, not saying nothing bad about Cool Boy, nothing like that. But I'm saying Cool Boy moving up, if he capture that title, they're gonna start looking at Foster like food. He been there for a minute. Is Foster, he's either gonna have to move up to 135 or win this fight for real. Like, ain't no use to keep complaining about the weight. You already got 3 losses.
I don't know, like I like Cool Boy, and I don't want to root against him though, cause like he comes from first power. Like that he got a huge advantage in this fight.
Anthony Jones.
Like with that boxing ability, way Cool Boy, like times been exposed. Like this might be the box that he like move and still catch him. Like if Cool Boy can touch him comfortably, then I would give it to Cool Boy because of his experience and what he's been through in the ring. But like, O'Shaggy not one of them people that's easy to touch. Right? And he bigger than this Cool Boy moving up to 130. His first fight at 30.
Yeah.
He must have been putting the work in the gym. Like that's a horrible first take on O'Shaggy.
Title shot though. I gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. It's a title shot.
Yeah.
And speaking of title shot, matter of fact, Thomas Hill, you got something to say on the fight? On Boy versus Foster?
Honestly, I think it's a great fight. I think it's a fight where, you know, it's another notch on the belt of Cool Boy, or should I say Scooter. He said he gonna leave the Cool. Respect to you too. He said this is for the Cool, but he gonna have to leave the Cool behind him and put that Scooter on him. Because he said, yeah, yeah. My man said he no longer gonna go by he's Scooter. He's scooting on folks right now because And you're right. He did step on a couple of people on a couple of interviews where he was calling out a lot of people's names, saying, "Hey, I'm ready to fight." Because I think a lot of people, you know, given the performance that it was in Japan, you know, a lot of people put a little shade on him, and then he came back and he had that kind of tough bout back in the States, his very next fight, and people were like, "Yeah, I thought that showed more metal than anything in him, and that he's able to overcome." And I think the longer he has been spending time with Bozy, the better. And at first it was just his first fight with Bozy, and now he's starting to. You can see the wear and tear of the seasoning soaking in. So I think Shaq is an excellent fighter. I point to the same fight that you said, the one in Mexico, where they was literally robbing this dude. They was cheating him, and it was biased as hell commentary. Not just that lady, every single body. They had Shaq not winning one round, and he was dominating. He was commanding the fight.
My nerves.
Yeah, she did. I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but she fell out of Lassa, so I ain't mad at her. But Shaq, knowing how everything was in the last second, he turned it up a notch. So this will test Cool Boy. I think, like Ant said, from a distance, he may have the edge on Scooter. I think Scooter is very skilled from outside. I just think he likes to engage inside. He showed that I can beat you at your game against Figueroa, and then the second time he just completely decimated Figueroa because he put everything together. He just didn't go into, well, I'm gonna beat you at your fight. He showed a lot of the bag that he has, and I mean, it's complex compared to Figueroa. And I think, it will be the same regarding Shock too. I think that in the later rounds you'll start seeing like just the savvy and the nuance of Scooter and the training that he's getting from Bozy gonna start presenting itself, and I think he's gonna pull it out late for sure. Maybe even get a late stoppage.
Salute to Big Dog Willie. Hit the link. It's up on the panel. Salute to you, sir. Definitely appreciate you for coming in.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I just want to say, so if Cool Boy can do what I mean, I don't know. I'm coming back to the Anui thing. Do you think he can go up there after what Anui did to him and fuck with Ashaki Foster? That's why I'm not saying Ashaki Foster is Anui, but I just think the weight difference and Ashaki Foster is gained, and I don't think Cool Boy can deal with that.
Yeah, Foster's fast. I don't know when the last time he dealt with somebody as fast as Foster with the pop, because he stopped that dude in Mexico City at the end at what 12th, 11th, 12th round. Like he got popped, he's fast, and he got boxing ability. I don't know when the last time Cool Boy actually fought somebody in what 8, 7
Anui.
gloves like that. Yeah, Anui. Right? Anui, did you see a picture of Anui's body look like Ryan Garcia before the tattoos? I was like, dang, man, he looks so big.
Anui got them big ass calves too. That boy legs is stout.
I mean, after I see Fulton get beat up by Nui, I don't know if he can go up there and fuck with Oshaki. I don't know. Nui, that was like, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying Oshaki is a Nui, but that ass whooping on Kuboy from Nui was something vicious.
I think him having that Nui fight, it helped him in this, but it's a difference. Because if he got the experience edge over Oshaki,
you think so?
Yeah, like cause it not even like the names, just like what he been through in the ring, came back from still a top fight and stuff like that. Like if he able to smartly pressure Oshaki, cause he is known to fade, like, and he's able to touch him more at times. Like he is at a disadvantage, style advantage for sure. But he's not about to beat Oshaki at the range. He's not about to stay at range and out like that.
You cutting out, y'all. You cutting out.
Yeah, he's in and out.
I'm saying he's not about to outbox Oshaki at a range. I don't see too many fighters being able to do that, period, like with Oshaki. But he do got the experience where if he was to smartly pressure Oshaki and get him to fade in the later rounds, then he could dominate. I could see what Hill's saying. He could possibly get a stoppage because he is capable of surprising people. Like that's why I don't want to go against or Scooter in the fight, because like he could do anything. I don't know. Like I can't count him out, but he had a disadvantage for sure. Like Oshaki, he don't ever had to go on the inside. He could do that for 12 rounds straight and just Cool Boy shorter reach. He not gonna be quick, and then Oshaki footwork, he gonna be out of there. Like unless you could really pressure him, break him down early, then it's no chance for me.
Joe, you're right. Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm over Oshaki Foster. My bad. I'm over Oshaki Foster trying to swim without getting wet. and not trying to take punishment or whatever. I want the guy that we seen fighting for years. I don't want to see the guy that we seen fight Conceição the first time. That's why he didn't get the victory, is because he was too conservative with his punches. You understand what I'm saying? Like in this fight, that can't happen because Cool Boy is a good boxer himself and he can steal rounds. What you gonna say, Big Dog Will?
Oh no, I was actually going to refer to you, and I just kind of want to hear your point opinion. John kind of answered part of it, but it's like after like John said that, yeah, he like Cool Boy had the experience after he gets ass whipped by Inui, and him coming back because he did come back well from it. So I was trying to ask you to kind of like the same question, and the rest of the panel too. I'm just curious about you guys' thoughts about him coming back and him being well and him fighting against another fighter. Now, like I said, I don't like comparing that Inui to anybody, but him going against like a Scooter and how he would do in that fight.
Okay, well, I pulled up his box rec. Stefan Fulton fought Inui in 2023, in July 25th, 2023. It seemed like he took a whole year off in a month, and then he fought Castro. He moved up and fought him at 126. He got dropped in the 5th round, but he won via split decision. After that, he fought the very next year. He waited until February of last year to fight Brandon Figueroa, and that seemed like an easy fight from what people are telling me. Like I said, I didn't watch the fight, but the guy Castro that dropped him, power don't seem as strong as Foster's because of the record, the people that they fought, and that he has a higher knockout percentage, and he knocked out more people around. They have the same, like he fought. Well, he's 30-2. Castro was he had 30 wins and 2 losses, and bruh had 14 knockouts. You feel what I'm saying? And the people on his resume really ain't up to par like that. You got Oshaki Foster's 23-3 with 12 knockouts. So it's possible he got the same amount of pop or even more. And the guy that he fought, the specs, hold on, let me see. The specs on Castro was 5'7" and a 70-inch reach. Foster is taller than that with a longer reach. So I mean, it's possible he can do the same shit and really hurt Cool Boy, get to him in this fight. Being that he's already had 2 fights and he feels as though that he can move up again for the second time after in a way. Hey, if he like it, I love it. I'm definitely going to be here watching the fight. It seems like he's not going to let the opportunity pass him by to be another to take a title fight. And I respect Cool Boy for it.
That's a title fight. Yeah, I forgot that will be a title fight.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. And I honestly think Foster's gonna win. That's what I have to say.
Okay. What about you, Tommy?
For me, I think the Inoue fight. There's a lot of things that happen out there in Japan that he wasn't acclimated to. On top of that, there's serious A-side moves being played by Inoue in his camp. They make sure you fighting gloves that they specify for you and things of that nature. And then there was the stuff that his former trainer was doing to distract him from the actual preparation that needed to be due for the fight. Now, that being said, Inoue is a fantastic talent, and on top of that, he felt disrespected. So, he had a lot more in that fight. And
I feel what you're saying.
So you know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's the barometer that we should measure any other fighter by, because there are very many Inoues in the sport right now. I think that it was also the fact that, hey man, he had a horrendous fight with Figueroa in a fight where my man landed, count them, 24 shots south of the border. And he was able to take that. And I thought he didn't necessarily have to, because before he started engaging in that style of boxing with him, he was dominating the fight from the medium range. So, I think that taught him that, hey, I don't need to take punishment, or I don't need to be machismo, have my machismo in the ring to show anything. Then there was the fight that he came back off the anyway with Castro, where, he probably didn't think this dude was going to be that much of a problem because, like Ash just said, the specs don't say, oh, he's a problem. But sometimes them specs just don't categorize exactly what this dude is in the ring, and I think he found that out. So now I got to know that I got to put respect on this ring, and I got to put respect on the people getting into the ring. And it helped him to the point where when he got back in the ring with a very good Figueroa, he made him look ordinary, very ordinary. And Figueroa is a tough dude. So this is a tough fight for him. O'Shaquie is a bigger fighter. He's been fighting it that way for a while, and I think it's been taking its toll on him. It's a statement fight for him too, because it would be a very big name. So I think he's doing it, but he is fighting on the cusp of the brink of his last standing there at that class. So that added intrigue. I think that you couple the fact of determination with hardship and adversity. Shock had to go through it. I thought he won the Conceição fight. I thought he did coast, but I thought he won the fight. And Conceição was a hell of a fighter. I don't care what nobody say. He be slapping. He be fighting like girls in high school. But he's still tough when he do that. And if he could just throw a punch straight, he'd probably be that much more effective. But he's a very good barometer. So Shaq's been in there against adversity too. So this fight sets up very well. I see Shaq trying to establish the pace and the meter of the fight and trying to make sure that it's governed at his terms. I'm seeing Cool Boy trying to apply his bag. I think that his bag is a little bit deeper than the bag that O'Shaquie. He has a very good bag, but it's not as deep. And I'm thinking that the seasoning that he's getting from Bozy, old school trainer. He got old school people from gyms of past up in there. And like Ant said, he uses nuance in the ring that allows him certain advantages. I'm thinking that that's where we'll see the change of the fight later on into it, because of these things will start allowing himself more opportunities. I think with those opportunities, if he's able to get inside, he's able to give him angles, I think he turns the tide. I think it becomes frustrating. And once it becomes frustrating, I think that's where you'll see him pull the fight out. I think it's going to be a decision, but I could see a late stoppage, and I'm going for Cool Boy though.
Okay. What about you, Ant? If you're still on there.
To the experience thing, I could see where Ja's coming from. I think that both of those guys have good experience. They learned in two different ways that they can rely on themselves, right? So to Josh's point about the Inoue fight, for him to come back versus Castro and get dropped in that fight, the thing that I liked about that moment was, like, if you go back and watch it, he didn't rush to get up. He took the knee, took the full 8 count, looked over at Bozy, gave him the head nod, let him know he was okay. Then he got to work, and you can argue that he looked sharper after he got dropped. So not only could he overcome adversity, but he's still sturdy, still durable. He could still rely on himself. And then in the Figueroa fight, the rematch, it was fought differently than the first fight. The first fight, he was trying to outskill him on the back foot. In the second fight, to a large degree, he outwilled him. He thugged it out. I mean, you seen what the attire was. He had the butters on, the denim joints.
Shout out to the boys.
Had FU on the gum shield.
Shout out to FU.
So he spoke. He fought like it. You know what I'm saying?
That was nasty work, though. I'm sorry, but I had to cut you off. That was nasty work with those with them shorts and those. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. That looked funny.
You didn't like the butters?
Oh no, that wasn't. No, that's a Philly nigga for sure.
That's why I love it. The only thing that could have made him more Philly is if he would have came out with Dickies on. But
Okay.
So
I appreciated the what's name. I appreciated the sentiment, and it spoke to his mentality, and that's how he fought. He didn't come in there playing. He wasn't out there trying to box and be cute.
He
He's like,
wasn't
nah,
cool.
this dude likes to fight. I'm gonna put the press down. So this dude learned he could rely on himself, and I think that's very important, especially after a moment like that. Not just in the ring, but also outside of the ring, overcoming that. You know, there's the famous story about his mother saying, "Well, there goes my house," when he got dropped the first time versus Inoue. So that's a lot to overcome mentally to be able to say, you know what? It's
yeah.
just me. I can't even rely on my own damn mama to prop me up. Like it's me against the world, and that's how he
Well,
fought versus Figaro, and that's how he carried it. So I think like psychologically, he's very tough, and you could also say the same thing with Oshaki Foster. Like the second fight with Conceição, he did more than he did in the first fight. I thought in the first fight he did enough to get his hand raised, but one of the things that he probably didn't take into consideration was the optics. On one hand, you could be out there making the guy miss, but your hair's flopping all over the place. You're on the ropes. The judges have a fixed vantage point, so they can't see all the shots that you rolling with, and maybe the sneaky little shots that you're returning on the inside when you're getting pressed up on the ropes. They just see one guy throwing punches and you on the ropes looking like you're just languishing.
why
But in the
everybody was
rematch,
pressing him
he
to
did
cut his
more. Hey, remember our friend Shaw? Take that off her
hair?
head. When she had when she had the
What you
weed flopping around.
hell yeah. What you said that reminded me of something about
Paulie
about
Malignaggi had to get his braids cut off in the middle of a fight. Remember that?
yeah. What you said about him being mentally tough just made me think about something. After he got stopped, don't he got unstoppable on the tattooed on his stomach?
Right across the belly. You know what I'm
So
saying?
he like this ain't
He
taking
ate that.
on the chin, boy. This ain't nothing.
Yeah, he ate that. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna use it as food for thought. I'm moving forward. I'm no longer cool boy. I'm
Yeah.
Scooter."
This the next
And
topic
I'm
right
unstoppable.
here. Jamel Charlo calling out Spence, Fondor, Boots, and Virgil Ortiz is what's going around the YouTube streets. Want to hear what all of y'all got to say about this topic for real. This is I like it. I like it a lot. I think Charlo is who he said he is. You know what I'm saying? That man never strayed from who he is, man. He always said that he'll fight Earl. Earl said the same thing, and it seemed like we could be possibly getting that fight. And respect to it, and respect to whoever came up and everybody that signed to be part of the tournament. But 154, bruh. Now that we see Jamel Charlo's coming back, and well, he is back, and you know what I'm saying. You got these names on the screen. Everybody's at 154, and plus, and other names, big names coming up. 154 is on fire, straight brimstone right now. But I think Jamel Charlo, uh, it's hard to say how good he's going to do against the four fighters he called out because of the inactivity only, in my opinion, because I don't really know what type of Charlo you're going to get coming back. Neither one of the fighters are supposed to be doing tune-ups as far as Charlo and as far as Spence. In my opinion, Spence, I don't know if everybody should know, Spence been one of my favorite fighters. I've been knew who he was before he started being a pro. Not personally, but I knew who he was as an amateur fighter. And so, I mean, the same as Tank. So, I mean, when it comes to Earl Spence, man, I love him. I love him as a fighter, but it's a lot of things that he did to ruin his career that he admitted to, you know, and he knows he's not the same fighter. He admitted to that. He just thinks that he's good enough to beat still these fighters that's out here. So who he was when he fought Sean Porter isn't who he is right now. And I don't know who's going to win in between Jamel Charlo and Spence, man. Just to start it off, we can just talk about Spence for right now, yo. What you think, man? What you think, big dog? What you think about
Um,
the fight between
I
Jamel
don't, I
Charlo
don't,
and
I
Spence? No
yeah,
France, man.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Spencer. I don't know, man.
I
I
don't
really
know
don't like.
either.
I really don't like Spencer. I don't really like Spencer in this fight. It's just I think it's too. I just
I
want to see him get a tune-up. I just can't see him go jump. I know Spencer. I like Spencer a lot too. I just don't. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that fight for him. To be honest with you, not now. I just can't do it.
You gotta have some optimism, Willie. Come on now.
But I know, man. I'm not. I'm just. I mean, Charlo. I did not like what he did against Canelo. I did not like that shit. That shit was garbage. And I didn't. He quit, and I don't like. I don't like that. I know he went for a payday. He want to get knocked out, but I didn't like that shit at all. I don't like fighters doing shit like that. I didn't like. Nah, that wasn't cool. But I don't know. It's still, to me, I just don't. I like Spence too much to see him like. I just see him. Nah, not to Charlo. I don't know. Maybe because it's Charlo. I don't like Charlo at all. Maybe I just don't want.
Let me ask you this question though, Big Dog Willie. What would happen if he were to go in there with somebody who was supposed to be fodder, tune up, whatever, a light touch, whatever you want to call it, and they happen to catch him with a shot and dispatch him?
Honestly, if I don't see that happening with Earl. I just Errol. I don't see that happening. I think he's just too much. I think he's too much a professional. I think his IQ's too good, except for against Bud. I just can't. I just can't see him going with a tune-up.
Or
And the
they
way he,
happen to just thug it out and get the decision over him. We just saw it with Resendiz versus Caleb Plant. That was supposed to be the precursor to Charlo versus Plant. After the
Plant had a
infamous
lot of
slap,
deficiencies though.
things
Plant had a
happen.
lot of deficiencies though. I don't see that to mean deficiencies that Arrow has with that Plant has. Plant has gas tank issues and yeah, I can't see that with him. I just think that I think Arrow's a better fighter than Plant, to be honest with you. So and I can't see him. Yeah, Plant's different. I can't put Plant on the same level as Arrow. I think that was bound to happen, and I don't think Plant took that fight seriously at all.
It's hard to gauge Earl right now. It's hard. It's really hard. I really like Earl Spence, but it's hard to gauge where he's at after seeing his last fight. It's really hard. And you talking about him moving up. He's moving up to a weight class we haven't seen him fight at 154. I'm just being honest. It's my guy, and I'm gonna be straight. I'm always honest. Period. I'm gonna be dead honest with friends, and I like and respect Earl Spence, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say for 1 second that I think that he's gonna beat Canelo, beat Charlo. Do I want him to win? Yeah, I do. I do want him to win, but I do not think that it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like that. But I do remember. If y'all remember, back in the day when they did spar each other and Earl was 100, and before the car accidents, before the rumors of him being drinking and stuff like that, before all of that, man, I used to hear that he used to beat Charlo the F up in sparring. Like I heard he used to put them thumpers on Charlo for real. And Charlo used to keep it 100 when he spoke about the work in between them two. No, Charlo never said that he beat me in sparring, but Charlo always gave respect to the work that he did. I do remember one time Charlo did turn to Earl and said that he'll stop him if they ever fought each other. And Earl was like, you tripping, you tripping. So he already, regardless of sparring or what happened back then, he still had the confidence that he'll beat Earl Spence, being that there was at two different weight classes. But that was then, and this is now.
That was then.
That was then, and this is now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's too hard for me to even say that he's going to beat Charlo. Nothing happened to Charlo besides him taking an L to Canelo. Nothing.
Which I didn't like. I didn't like that fight.
Yeah, so. I didn't like it, but he didn't get stopped. He didn't take major damage the way Earl did. And you talking about
to be honest though, Bud is a great fighter. I'm not saying Canelo's not, but Bud, like Charlo held back against Canelo, but Errol went all out with Bud, and I think that's better for Errol than it was for Charlo. But
let's get this out in the open. Who on the panel thinks that was 100% Earl Spence, and nothing absolutely was wrong with him? There was no weight drain, there was no dehydration, there was no nothing. He was nothing wrong with him, and he just went in there 100% and got dogged like that by Bud. Do y'all believe that?
No, but at the same time, I still thought Bud still would have beat him. Bud just has too much on
That's
him.
not my point. What I'm trying to say is, if something was wrong with Earl Spence, who knows that it's still not something wrong with Earl Spence?
Oh, you're talking about as of
Pointed
now.
out,
Okay.
huh?
You're
Yeah,
talking about as
people
of
pointed
now.
out that
Okay.
something was wrong with Earl before he even fought Bud. People was pointing out to me that it was stuff wrong with Ugas when he fought Ugas. Ugas just couldn't capitalize on it, and his balance really wasn't there during the Ugas fight. And maybe that's probably a little piece on why after he fought Ugas, and it looked like he did a great job because I attended that fight. But immediately his coach was like, "You got to tighten up on this, and this, and this, and this immediately," before he even got the gloves off of Earl. So I mean, hey, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Earl. It's like I really think it's something going on with him that he just hasn't told anybody about. You feel me? Like in the lead up to the fight with Bud, everybody around Earl Spence was telling us that the man was 100. They was saying that the man was doing this and he was doing that, and we could tell it was all fabricated because when he got in that ring before a punch was thrown, he looked like shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if Earl is 100, period, to be fighting somebody that's an A-level fighter, especially
see,
a fighter that already trained with you for years and sparred with you for years and know what you like doing, know your holes. He knows everything. And he's not the same fighter that he was when he was training the man. He lost a step. He didn't get better. He lost a step. It's hard to say that my guy's going to win this fight. That's really how I feel about it, and I don't like the fight. What y'all got to say on it before we move to Charlo versus?
I'm with you. I don't like the fight either. I don't like the fight either. But go ahead.
I think Earl is I think he kind of like maybe he to me he looked like somebody who don't want to give it up and like do something else besides fight in the ring. Like I don't even want to say it, like I'm uncomfortable saying that, but that's what he looked like to me. And even like they say he been through a lot of stuff like physically. It looked like that when he came into the Bud fight. And then even if it wasn't that, after taking a loss like that and being a winner like he is, that do something to you mentally. Like, cause now you know. Cause to me, Earl, I like Earl, but he was always like a robotic fighter. Like he fight like a robot to me. Like it ain't no extra sauce to it. It's more just like steamrolling pretty much. And after you take a loss with that, it's like what he gonna do different? So I don't know. I don't even want to see him fight because I don't want to see him take no damage like he did in the Bud fight. He just looked defeated too with it. So, but I think he want to get a fight because that's the only way he'll know if he still got it. And to say like something like he just think he good enough to just still beat these fighters, like that's disrespect to the sport.
this is the uncomfortable conversation,
Yeah,
and like he said, I don't want to say anything that is not apropos or applicable. So I will say to me, watching the fight live with my family and friends, when he stepped out, did that interview, he didn't look completely there. Something looked off. Then when he was walking, it didn't look there. But, he walked up them 3 steps. That signifies to everybody that you're ready to fight. What happened in the ring and what has subsequently happened after the fight has let me, okay, I'm gonna be right there, has let me know that somebody else feels like he might not be in the very best to get in that ring. And see, you can't put somebody in the ring if they're not really truly ready to be in the ring. And with that, I think that's why he hasn't been getting the fights. If he gets to line it up and they clear him, I hope he has gotten cleared medically. Hope they've done every single test, because I care more so about his well-being, because the biggest indicator that he's not been the same, as you said, Ashley, is the fact that when he talks, he's always had a different type of draw when he talks, but now it sounds like he lit. He's slurring, and you know that ain't normal. So hopefully he is right, and I'm gonna always root for him. I don't know how he's gonna do in that ring. I hope the best for him. I know he's a dog, but he's hopping into a whole goddamn division full of dogs, and you know, may he be able to conjure up that old Earl.
Well, if I was Spence and I was in that tournament, I would want to get beat by Charlo and nobody else because I don't know how anybody else do me. Charlo know me. Charlo, me and Charlo's cool. He know that he know I'm not on my 100. Charlo can have me take that L gracefully. For real, for real. You don't know how everybody else gonna do you if you're not right, yo. I just don't know, man. I don't know, and I can't put no facts on nothing that I don't know, man. I
But,
feel as though he's not 100.
but yeah, no doubt. And but let me add this too. I love the tournament. I love the fact that they're putting it on. It's almost reminiscent of the Super Six. And shout out to Canelo. I mean Bud, because Bud performed fantastically that night. I'm not gonna take away from what he was able to do. He was sharp. He was sharper than a Mickey Freaky Tack.
Yeah. Now, Charlo versus Fondor. Let's talk about it. Jamel Charlo called out Fondor before I knew who Fondor was for real, for real. Like before I really knew who he was talking about bring the tall motherfucker on. I didn't know who the hell Charlo was even referring to. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like Charlo been wanting smoke for quite a spill when it comes to Fondor. I don't really necessarily know why, but he definitely is not going to shy away from the Fondor fight. I respect it. I respect all four names that he called out. And I love Jamel Charlo's warrior spirit. Like like they say in the UK, lions in the camp. But nah, he coming back off a 2-year layoff and he called out four names, four talented fighters. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta respect it, And I think him versus Fondor would be a very competitive fight. We haven't seen Jamel Charlo really take huge damaging shots besides from the Canelo fight. This is I think you would have to really stop. I think Fondor will have to stop Charlo to beat him in this one. I don't think he'll sit around and just watch. I don't think it'll be the same type of Charlo versus Canelo. This Charlo that's going to fight Fondor will have to be aggressive and go to the body. Then that Charlo's fighting style, man, it's I don't know, man. I feel like when he fought Canelo, he was like a totally different person, yo. What do y'all think?
I just want to say something about Charlo on 154. Like, I feel like nowadays at 154, everybody want
Salute, Cass.
like they got something to say, but like they forgot about Charlo though. Like he was undisputed. What they should have been trying to call him out while he was on his layoff, and they sitting here trying to like ignore like Charlo. He was undisputed. It shouldn't even be no tournament. They should be trying to get them belts from him. That's how
Yeah.
I see it. I don't think like if he didn't have a layoff, I feel like it ain't no doubt that he'd beat all the top 154 fighters. I feel like Boots coming up, we ain't seen what he could do yet, but I feel like that'd be more competitive. And Keith Thurman would be his most competitive fight because of his IQ. But like somebody like Fondora get exposed fighting Charlo, cause he not stupid. I just feel like he take longer to make adjustments against certain fighters. Like when he fought Tony Harrison, he a slick fighter, so it was like longer to take adjustments with him. But like somebody like Earl, I feel like he is steamroll Earl, and somebody like Fondor, he exposed Fondor. I feel like he'd have a tougher time with Keith though, cause Keith IQ is different and his footwork with it. And I don't know, I'm rooting for Boots. I hope that he do real good at 154.
Yeah.
Tim doing all of them. Like they should have like if they was really about that, I feel like they would have been trying to get Charlo to fight. Cause like to me, he's still the top 154 pounder even with the layoff. Cause he the only proven 154 pounder.
Nobody beat him in the weight class.
Yeah. So that's how I see Charlo calling them out. Like he supposed to be mad. He probably pissed off. Like they did. I fought Canelo. He might have got blackballed out of the division a little bit, like by other people. Like, cause didn't he have to drop the belts when he fought Canelo?
Right after that fight, they asked his ass what weight class he fighting at. Like right at like fucking 24 hours after he fought Canelo. Facts. Yeah.
But they ain't make Bud do
Salute,
that.
Uncle Rick. What's popping with you? Ricky Williams in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming in the building.
I feel like even Bud when he fought a good opponent at 154. But I feel like if he was really trying to test himself at 154, he would have tried to get a fight with Charlo. And I feel like that would have did bigger too for his rep, cause like he beat Earl. Than if he would have beat Charlo right after that at a higher weight class that would have been lit. But like that would have been the best person to test yourself against. And I don't know if Charlo would have took that fight. But like even without the belts, like he the top 154 to me. I don't give Bud that credit. Like they gave him like number one at 154 off of that one fight.
Hey,
Yeah.
John, but you got to remember, he did call out Charlo right before the Canelo fight. He was calling him out, and
Right after he fought Earl.
Earl,
I
yeah.
remember.
And so
I remember
he called him out, and during in the middle of the fight,
yeah. He was calling
in
him
the middle
out.
of the fight,
While he was still in the ring.
I'm
yeah.
saying Charlo was trying to fight. Like any one of them would have took a Canelo fight over each other.
Oh no, for sure. But I don't. I think after he got his ass whooped, after Charlo got his ass whooped, I think that Bud was like, okay, I want that. I want to go up there, fight 154, and I want that Canelo fight. And I think that fight was not destined to happen. So I just think that, yeah, I don't, yeah. If Charlo would have done better against Canelo, maybe, but Bud was like, nah, I'm not. I want a big money fight, and it came.
Nah, that make a lot of sense because Charlo didn't do that versus Canelo. So why would he try to get that fight? Yeah, that makes sense.
He quit. I didn't like that shit. He basically just gave up in the middle of the fight. He's like, I'm just gonna go through the motions and get him. Yeah, I don't like that shit.
I thought it was smart though because once he realized he would have had to go in an all-out war, he probably would have been looking like Earl looked after the Bud fight, trying to really beat Canelo, and then he still saved his career after that. Cause Canelo, he would have tried to kill him if he would have fought back. So he's like, how much damage?
I didn't. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I don't like fighters. I didn't want them to go all out. I mean, that's just how I don't want. Like my favorite fighter, Shakur. If Shakur would pull some shit like that, I'll be disgusted with him. I didn't like that, and so if you don't go up there and fight the man, fight him. Fall like. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, if you're going. That's why he's a fighter. He's a warrior, and I don't like people just giving up. I just don't like. I like Wilder. Wilder go on and shield. That's what I want to see.
Salute to you, Barbara D. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. What's
You
popping
mean-
with you, Don Drickum? AMC FSG is in the building. Mad Jamal smacking Bud upside the head made him go for that bag. Oh, more ran from De Los Santos for 12 rounds. Yeah, I think that's the thing with the whole Edward De Los Santos is they're claiming he had an injury, right? That's why he couldn't fight in that fight because he had a few injuries, I think.
Yeah, he had messed up hands and elbow. He had all different types of shit going on.
When you look at the injury, that was excellent work by Shakur. Like, come on, De Los Santos, he ain't get enough slack for like losing that fight so easily. Like, come on, yo, you didn't even try to like. He looked like he was scared he was going to lose on points if he would have applied more pressure.
His team made me mad, in my opinion. Because even if he felt as though he was winning doing what you was doing, how come your corner didn't say, he hasn't thrown his such and such? His corner didn't realize that he wasn't throwing his certain hand. He wasn't doing shit. The corner wasn't realizing to tell him to press the man or nothing. But
he was scared though.
Trash,
he was just throwing wild punches, and he didn't want to get countered. And I think that was more than anything. He didn't want to look bad, and he just
He wasn't throwing no punches for real.
You saw that blood, sweat, and
I'm just saying the
tears.
corner should have realized that something was wrong with Shakur Stevenson. You understand what I'm saying? The corner, somebody in the corner should have realized something was wrong with him. Just like in any other fight, when the corner realizes that a person isn't using their right hand or a person isn't using their left hand. Like nobody realized shit, but he had so many injuries. Like his corner made me mad. As well as De Los Santos, his corner made me mad. Because y'all didn't realize nothing. Like y'all got three sets of eyes over there.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they were dropping the ball. They didn't. But I don't think they like De Los Santos a couple of times threw in there and Shakur evaded it, and he didn't follow up with it because he didn't want to get countered. So
he didn't do nothing. I'm like, yo, how come your corner ain't saying that? The corner didn't do his job. He didn't do his job and made the fight even more look more lackluster. But whatever. We're talking about
then and there.
and Fondor. That's what we're talking about. Fondor.
That reminded me of something that Buddy McGirt said in an interview. He was asked how much film study does he do in preparation for a fighter.
Who?
Buddy McGirt. Somebody asked him that in the interview. Like how much of his preparation consists of film study? And he said he watches a little bit of film, but he doesn't go overboard with it because you can watch a guy and then you expect him to do a certain thing in the fight and you're waiting for it all night, but it never happens. And the reason why I mention that is if you watched Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which is like Top Rank's version of 24/7, there's a moment with De Los Santos and Cello is his coach's name. Cello is telling him, when he puts his foot here, step off. So he already had it in De Los Santos' mind that this is how he's supposed to react every time their feet were aligned and they.
You cut off.
You fell off. And McQueen.
Hey, hold on.
Yo, Uncle Rick said, "Oh, I know. It's Shakur's always where the big fights ain't." I have to say though, I was kind of shocked, and we're gonna get to talking about Kid Austin versus the person he's supposed to be ranked up to fight is Cheese, Raymond Mortala. I was kind of shocked when I heard that, only because it's like, how did Kid Austin get a fight with Raymond Mortala? Like, how'd that happen? The only reason why I'm saying this is because now I understand that Kid Austin and Kid Austin Pops said a bunch of wildish things about about Shakur Stevenson and his team or whatever Shakur was doing to them. I understand. Listen, they said a lot of stuff that I was like, they said a lot. I heard a lot of things that I was like, ain't no way that actually happened. And y'all know Shakur did it. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying none of that ain't wild, because it was. What I'm saying is maybe if there's, because a lot of people was like, he's faking being sick. Like that was just a picture of him in the
Boy,
hospital.
that was some cold faking.
Listen, it has to be some type of truth to him being sick, because the only reason why I say it is I'm not saying that Shakur had anything to do with it. Not saying none of that shit. All I'm saying is he had to be sick or something to be true, because he stepped out the week of the fight. Like it was money that was lost because that fight didn't happen. You understand what I'm saying?
I know you're trying to wrap your head around it.
Anytime that money's lost on that type of level, a fighter got to sit down for a certain period of time. Like they shelf a fighter, they slap a fighter on the wrist. Something happens. You understand what I'm saying? The fact that his next fight was fucking Tevin Farmer, and then his next fight is about to be Raymond Mortala, just makes me think that maybe he was fucking sick. I'm not saying he was poisoned. I'm just saying that he probably did get sick. What's up?
Twin, I can't let you do that, man. That's a lot of reaching right there.
I'm just asking how. I'm saying my original question is, how did he get a fight with Raymond Mortala? Like I understand he fought Pally because it was nobody else to fight. It was a fucking weak notice. I understand that. But right after that, you fought Zepeda. Don't have a title, whatever. Great fight. Not saying nothing wrong with Zepeda. But I'm saying the person that ducked him the week of the fight got Tevin Farmer that just did 24 rounds with the guy that Zepeda. And now he's about to get Raymond Mortala. Raymond Mortala is set up, and this is, I think, it's an exhibition or it's a vacant title fight for the WBO or something.
Yeah,
WBC
it's a vacant
or something.
No, Mortala, he's a champion, right?
I'm just saying, just think about that. Just think about what I'm saying. Like, how did somebody that ruined the card get somebody that just had 2 fights back to back with Zepeda? And somebody that's a champion or about to be one or about to fight for a title fight. I'm just saying maybe there's some type of truth to him being fucking sick. I'm not saying there's anything else, but anything else is true. But something had to happen for him to still get a goddamn title shot. How does he get?
Do you remember him being in the bed without being since I work in the healthcare field? Do you remember him being in the hospital bed with nothing hooked up to him that it didn't look right? And then his dad had the music playing. Do you remember that shit?
Nah. Bump all that. Do you remember? Do you remember the nigga saying that a tow truck driver?
Listen, I'm not even going to get into the outlandish stuff that he said. I'm not saying
he was looking for a way out. That's what I think.
Listen,
but he could have been sick though. Something could have been wrong with him.
Oh shit!
No, I can't buy that, man. I can't buy it.
And
that was too much shit going.
I hear what you're saying though. If you fully duck out of a fight and you do it in the fashion that he did, you're not supposed to get opportunities that he's getting.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, Thomas. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how did that happen? If he faked everything and he just got out of the fight, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Remember the shit? Somebody came by and rubbed poison on his son. Do you remember that shit?
I'm not listening to Mr. Silky Voice. I don't listen to his father. Okay, Silky Voice say a lot. All right.
Wait. See, Ashley, if we're gonna be honest, we gotta keep it all the way a stack. Shakur, he not ready for the styles. We mastered all the styles of boxing. My son was sick. You seen him in the hospital. Big Dog Willie, why you gonna listen to somebody that be on here dropping super chats about Tank and Jake Paul? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling the truth.
Don't listen to what he say. Listen to what. Nah, but seriously though, what you're saying is absolutely valid. If he did that and the way he did it, if that was farce or fabricated, how is he getting the shots that he is getting? And I fully rock with that question.
Yeah, that was a tough lie. That's one of the biggest caps. That's the biggest cap of the year, and he has stories upon stories.
So, do y'all think that he ducked Shakur?
Hell yeah.
So, like,
you can't make up a story like that.
Unequivocally, I believe so.
I don't think he ducked Shakur, like, cause it's like, why would he want to duck Shakur? Like,
Shakur's a good fighter. I mean, because he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for him. And his dad talked him into the fight. His dad talked him into that fight. And then Shakur took him, and then he backed out. If he didn't lie like that, I would have said, okay. But the fact that he lied, the lie was so tough. It didn't make no sense. It was multiple lies. Somebody came in his house and stole his passport and ripped it up. You can't do that. You can't do that and get away with it.
Ninja had people kidnapping folks and all kinds of stuff. It was wild. But what I will say is that I think he probably was trying to make the weight and couldn't do it. And I think he probably hurt himself in the process.
Yes, and I think that's it. That's what happened. I think that's what happened. He got dehydrated and he couldn't make the weight.
Like he was really sick though.
Something happened to him though. Maybe something really happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't make. He should just said that.
It had nothing to do with Shakur though.
But Ash,
no, he should just said that.
You do know some other fighters was getting sick out there too. It was a couple of other fighters that got sick, so he
Yeah.
could have been quick.
Then Daniel
but
Cormier got sick out there, and they had to cancel the fight.
Absolutely.
but the thing about it, he should have just said that.
He ain't
Why
gonna
make
say
a big ass story?
He not gonna say that. He
I
not gonna
don't
tell
think
the
he.
truth on that level.
I don't think he would fear Shakur at 135 though. Like
Don Drickum.
I don't think Shakur did nothing at 135 to make somebody want to fear him at. Like he
No,
just
it's not
beat
about fearing
Zapata,
him. It's not about
and
fearing him. I think it's more about the style. It's like it's hard to hit the man. The man fights awkward. I mean, Shakur does what Shakur does. It's not easy fight. And if he makes you look bad, which he do to other fighters with inactivity and can't hit him, it's a slow process to fight him. And I think
So
that
do you think Shakur could do what he did versus Zapata versus
yeah,
Kid
I
Austin?
think he'll chop Schofield up. I don't think he'll just counter him. I think that fight with what's his name with Farmer, he caught Farmer early. Because Farmer's being careless and he got caught and he never recovered.
He came out cold.
Nigga,
But I feel like Farmer
No,
did
super
like
cold.
Farmer and Zapata is like equal level opponents. So I feel like Shakur resume ain't really better than Kid Austin's at 135. Like
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I feel like
I don't know.
Zapata overrated.
Mm,
I don't got Shakur doing what he did to Zapata with
Wait.
Kid Austin.
You saying Floyd's resume is better than Shakur's?
Yes, that's what he said. That's what he
I'm
said.
not saying that. No, I'm not
that's
saying
right.
that.
My
That's
son
not what he
is
said.
my
Hold up.
son's
That's not
record
what he
is
said.
better than Shakur's, and you know
What's
what
up,
he
Don
is.
Drickum?
What's up, y'all?
Them.
You already know it is, man. I think it's funny that he getting a title shot already because I don't think higher Murtala anyway. I
Me
think
neither.
Murtala is very much overrated, and I think Schofield's gonna get that belt. Now it do set up Shakur to go for him after that though. Like
Yeah.
Shakur, I'm like, oh, you got a belt, so come on, because then anything's possible then.
Yeah, I mean, I thought him and Mason was gonna go at it. Schofield and Mason. I thought that was the fight because Schofield talking shit about Mason too.
I don't think
I don't know how truthful that shit talk is either, man. Like that's
Okay. I do have insight on that. I have insight on it.
I can't believe nothing his father say, bro. I can't.
No. His father is correct in saying Mason. You notice he never says Abdullah. He says Mason.
One of them, right?
One of the Masons.
One of them.
He was the little brother.
He got
Oh,
off.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
He
that.
got He got off on one of them. But what he said in that recent interview, hey, I was ready to come out for the second round, but they decided not to. They let you know.
Yo,
Yeah,
he
that let you
did
know a
say
lot.
he fought two of them, two of the brothers. He did say that, and he didn't specify which Mason he fucked up.
And he wasn't
Right.
He
going
knew what
to.
Mason that he knew what Mason. We know what Mason he was trying to. You guys,
He
come on.
wasn't going to. He
I
gonna
don't
let it
Can't do
believe
this
slide.
with this man.
I think Abdul Mason is a special talent. I really do.
He is. He's very special talent.
If he was sparring, that means he wasn't at 135 pounds, probably just like Kid Austin. And I think the way Kid Austin fight, he's an overwhelming type of fighter. But if you have skills and he don't know it, and he go in there and spar you, he can get fucked up. Kind of like Sean Porter be getting fucked up when he be, you know what I'm saying, when he go in there just all willy-nilly trying to fight somebody, and that person actually got boxing ability. And that's what Abdullah Mason got. Like, I can't sparring, bro, for real. And I don't look at it as more than practice. But at the same time, if you trying to get points from me from sparring, you're not going to get it. So that fight just needs to happen. And everything Kid Austin Sr. said that has to do with Abdullah Mason, in my opinion, is null and void until they actually be in the goddamn ring. I'm not trying.
You should know and avoid everything that man says. You should know it. Only thing he can worry. Only thing he's honest about is his name.
I don't
rather
listen.
see
I can't do it, man.
I'd rather see Abdullah versus Shakur though. And I think Zapata overrated. Like Tyler probably overrated too. Like so is Zapata. Like, that ain't nothing to me. I feel like
I don't think neither of them are overrated. I think they're just the fighters above them are just better. I don't think they're overrated. They're just like Tank and Shakur and Mason. They're just better fighters. They're just better, more skilled. I don't think they're overrated. They're just not them.
So
Like
I'm not.
those are three special fighters. Those are three special fighters. It's not easy work. I mean, they're good. They're just not good. The three up there.
Ja, you remember
Shakur
the
made
dude
it
that
easy
beat?
work though. He stood right there for him.
Yeah, Shakur
Like
is
that
just
was
different,
easy.
bro.
That was easy
I,
work.
I'm gonna say this: the dude that beat Cabrera. Remember Cabrera and how he fared against Pitbull? He got in that ring with Zapata, and Zapata tore his ass apart. He tore Maxie Hughes apart, and we know he really dog walked your boy. I won't say dog walk, but he definitely was walking with dogs in the ring with Cambosis. I don't think Zapata overrated. I think Cepeda a good fighter. I just think he not on Shakur level, and that's why I thought Shakur was gonna stop him. I didn't even think it was gonna be close. I got to give Cepeda some credit because he made that fight a lot better than what I thought.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Zapata was on. Yeah, exactly. I
Man,
thought Zapata would. I think that he's really trained for the fight. I think he really tried to win that fight. Shakur just better. It just what it comes down to.
And between the two, I would
Zepeda,
say, oh, go ahead, Ash, my bad.
Zepeda's repetitive. That's his problem. He's repetitive.
Fact.
And Shakur Stevenson pays attention. That's the only reason why you can be good defensively is you have to pay attention. You got to of how a fighter moves and what they like throwing when you are in a certain position. That's what Shakur is very good at. Shakur is very good at paying attention to know exactly what you're going to throw when he's standing a certain way. So he knows when you're going to throw to the body and he knows when you're going to throw to the head, especially when he's in close range. That's how he fights. But with Shakur Stevenson was at 130 pounds, I said it. I said it in a video, I believe. I know I said it on my lives that the fight that I want to see him fight and the fight that will define who he is and let everybody know who he is at that weight class will be Zapata. I thought that it would be a highlight reel fight for Zapata for Shakur. He will either look good or he will look horrible. I thought that fighting Zapata can let everybody know exactly what type of fighter he can be, regardless of what type of fighter is in front of him. He would just have to show everybody. No, I didn't think Zapata was a world beater. No, I didn't think he was all absolutely on his level or nothing like that. But the fact of the matter is, of what people didn't like seeing versus Shakur Stevenson, they would have to cut that talk out after they seen him fight Zapata. And it seemed like I was right. He went in there and he did his thing, and people stopped talking a certain way about Shakur. But I feel
But
like I
not
need
everybody.
I feel like I need to be a lot of people. A lot of people. No, of
Yeah,
course,
I hear what you're
it's
saying.
never everybody when it comes to social media, but I feel like I need to make a video about this. I feel strongly about it, and I know a lot of people might look at it a certain way about what I'm about to say, but for real, if Shakur when he moved up, who was it? When Tank was still at 130, I think, and he moved up to 130, and both of them were still at the weight class, and Shakur was still chasing Leo Santa Cruz from one. He chased that nigga out of 126 all the way to 130, and he was still calling them out. That was the time to drop the whole Leo Santa Cruz train and pick up I'm fighting all the Tank leftovers train. All right. And the reason why I say that is because everything that people say that Shakur don't like, that Shakur harps on in interviews, they wouldn't be saying if he fought all of everybody that Tank fought afterwards. And I'm not even saying it like he needs his leftovers. No. But if you're trying to convince all of boxing media and like boxing enthusiasts and casuals that you're chasing Tank, the only way you can really prove it is by fighting his leftovers and beating them better.
Well,
Paulie already said that, yeah, Shakur is better marketable and he can probably beat those fighters that he beat better. Like I'm saying, I'm looking at it the same way. It's a lot of fighters that look at Shakur. Shakur's best fans like him because of his boxing ability and the fact that he don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, Tank Davis is not exact the opposite, but he's not the same. You understand what I'm saying? The way, and every time that Tank fought somebody for real, a lot of fighters, and a matter of fact, a lot of people will always say he was always losing before he got the knockout. He was losing before he got the knockout. What did they say about Shakur Stevenson? They say, oh, he don't lose rounds. He don't lose rounds. He don't lose rounds. So all the stuff that people been saying about Shakur, they probably wouldn't have said it if for the last 4 or 5 years he wasn't not just mainly not strictly just all of Tank's leftovers, but the people that was people looked at like, oh, that was a great fight for Tank. he should have stepped up at some point in time, came right behind him within a year or whatever, and got that win too. There's
But in
nothing.
terms of Leo Santa Cruz, he not Leo Santa Cruz to retirement. Tank did. So he uppercut his ass to retirement. I haven't seen him do anything since that fight.
No, he hasn't. No, but I'm saying he didn't want to fight Shakur ever. Shakur been calling him out since 126. He was calling out Leo Santa Cruz. He didn't want to fight. He was calling out him and Oscar. He just caught Oscar at 130. He just didn't catch Leo because Leo got the Tank fight instead. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying all the things when you think back on all the stuff that people say about Shakur and the way he fight and stuff. I'm talking not every single thing, but the shit that sticks with people, it'll be hard to say if he bested a lot of Tank's best wins. It'll be very hard to say if you understand.
I agree with what you're saying. Like it would have been better for his game plan if he went in there and basically he didn't lose a round to none of these fighters where other people looked at Tank as he was losing the rounds. But for me, like I respect Shakur and Tank is like who I would root for if he was fighting, if him and Shakur was fighting.
Oh yeah,
But I
I'm a Tank
respect
fan.
Shakur.
Everybody knows.
I respect Shakur as a fighter though, so like that's a good game plan. But so far what Shakur done at 135, like I like his last performance, but it don't prove nothing to me that I'm looking for seeing out of Shakur. Like if he was to beat somebody like Devin with the style with a more like
Yeah,
get his style,
yeah, I
that would
don't
have
know.
proved a lot to me. If he would have got the Lomachenko fight, that would have
But you
did
have to,
something like.
but
But this
Jaw,
guy's
those
a
fights,
pater.
those people didn't fight him. They didn't want to fight him. They
No, I'm
didn't fight him.
saying
They didn't
like
want to fight
yeah,
him.
like I don't know who wanted to fight who or why it didn't happen, but like those fights would have proved something to me because I would have really got to see like that as a pater fight was nothing. That was easy work for him. I was just happy to see the fight. But like that was easy work. He ain't really even had to use his defense. And I feel like he don't even like getting hit as much as he did. He just did that for the fans. Like he could have not got hit that fight and washed Zepeda. Like, but I just feel like he was doing that for the fans, and it was against Zepeda, like somebody who went to war with Tevin Farmer. Like I wasn't never expecting Tevin Farmer to even like do that good at 135 coming up anyway. So like I don't really see like he still ain't fight nobody at 135 for me. Like
I
even
think,
Kid
yeah.
Austin's like he should beat Kid Austin. If he was to fight somebody like Abdullah or somebody and school Abdullah, even though he young, for me, that'd be like, oh yeah, that was a
But
real good one. I seen you in
but
that fight.
Jaw. But those fights not gonna happen no time soon. Those are three
And then he
stars in the
didn't fight
division.
Keyshawn, yo. He should have fought Keyshawn. That would have really showed like
He's
Keyshawn would
not
have
gonna fight
been better than
Keyshawn.
anybody that he fought at 135. That
They're
would
not
have
gonna
been his
fight each
best
other. They're
opponent.
not gonna fight. They weren't gonna fight each other. They're never gonna fight each other. They're like supposedly brothers or whatever they call each other. So they're not gonna fight each other. Like that's what it is. The boxers don't fight. The best boxers don't fight each other.
But until he get a fight with Tank, I want to see him, cause I know he got that skill that people love him for. I want to see him display that skill against somebody at least like a Keyshawn type of level or close to that. Like so far, he don't got nobody like that. He ain't fight nobody like that.
But who else in the division fight somebody like that? That's the problem.
It ain't about everybody else. It's about what I want to see Shakur doing in
Yeah,
the
but like
lead
us,
up to the Tank fight. Like I could see the Tank fight. He don't need to prove nothing to me for me to be like, yeah, I want to see him fight Tank. But it's in the build up to it. Like so far, it's nothing to say nothing about. Like you won, you was supposed to win. But if he was to like fight somebody like Keyshawn, even Frank Martin, like that would have been enough. And
they're at
like she was
140
saying,
now.
like Ashley was saying, like Summer Tank leftovers. Like if he would have fought Pitbull after Tank fought him with one hand, and then he would have just washed School Pitbull, that would have been a bigger deal, just cause Tank fought him. But
It's a
really, I
lot of those
expected him to
Jaw,
situations.
beat.
Jaw, Jaw. All the people you name, like Pitbull, all those guys, they didn't want to fight him. Except for like, and Keyshawn's not going to fight him. And Tank and Shakur, that's the dream matchup because they both have their styles are contrasted with each other.
Yes.
But it's not it's not going to happen.
Listen
And
to
that's
me.
and
I
that's
don't
a
even
sad
feel
part
like their
about it.
styles contrast each other that much. Like I just feel like one is a stopper and the other one is the one that went off of points. Like look how Tank and Lamont was really just trying to figure each other out basically the whole fight. Like it wasn't even like Tank was just pressuring him or just getting overly pressured the whole time. Like it just like I don't care about somebody else. I want to see Keyshawn actually fight. He could have got a fight with Keyshawn. Even if you saying
Well,
Keyshawn
But they
wouldn't have
weren't going
fought
to
him,
fight each
he
other.
could have
That's
got
Jaw.
Keyshawn to take that
hold up.
fight.
Jaw, you're not hearing
Hold up.
it. He's not going to fight him.
Nah, I hear that.
Keyshawn, I believe, is probably going to fight Tio, and I think
Hopefully.
Shakur Stevenson is lined up to fight Ryan Garcia. But salute to Just Do is in the building. What is popping with you, Cuzzo? What you got for
What's
me,
good?
bro?
What's good? Cause I was just listening to y'all cooking, just listening.
What's good?
Good
I know you
Just
didn't
conversation.
hear
do.
that
What's
my
up?
son is fighting for a belt. So you better be ready because Raymond
Who is this?
Muratala, we gonna get that belt.
Stop it,
We
yo.
gonna
Oh my
I
God.
really
Wait. No, it's not just
Some
dude.
goofy ass
I
shit.
blocked you. I
Yeah, he blocked
blocked
me.
you.
Yeah, I can't
You
see nothing
always
he
talking
posted.
about my
Out of
son.
here, man.
Nah, what's
He
up with
blocked me
you?
because I said something about this steroid accusation. Then he blocked me. I ain't even say nothing crazy. I just said you making your son brand look crazy with them. You just making up stuff. It's like that's crazy. I was respectful about it, bro. I'm very respectful when I reach out to people. I don't be just trolling, but I just couldn't take it no more. I'm sitting here. I'm like, damn. I thought he was done lying, and then he started with the steroid shit. I was like, I can't take it.
Who do you call? Who
Had
do
to
you accuse of steroids?
Shakur
Oh, come on,
with the
man.
snack shit. Yeah, he started talking about Victor Conte,
How
all
you
that
keep up
stuff.
with everything? I can't.
I can't
I
keep
don't
up
even
with
like.
the
I
lies.
can't.
It's too
I
many
don't like
lies.
listening to him. It's tough.
It's too
That
many
boy was
lies. I
scared of
can't
that
keep
smack.
up, man.
He was scared of that
I
smack.
rather listen to Bullet's voice talk the whole time
Me
over
too.
over
And he lies though too. That make it even worse. He had that voice and he
Hmm.
Floyd
lies.
Senior, bro.
Floyd something. Floyd Senior something. Boy,
Hey,
that
Big
boy
Dog,
be lying his ass off.
Wake up crying. What's up?
Like he make Bill look like a saint.
Bullet voice sound like the lieutenant of all the henchmen inside of a bad movie.
Big
I
Dog.
mean,
You
Like a lieutenant of all the henchmen voice. Horrible
that
voice.
boy got that raspy voice.
hey
But I'm
Big
gonna say
Dog.
that he tried to fight Pitbull, but Pitbull was not engaging. Um, he wasn't gonna take that fight. Leo Santa Cruz definitely wasn't gonna take the fight. It's a lot of people that's not trying to take the fight with him.
What about Frank Martin though? He wasn't gonna take
Frank,
the fight either.
Frank
He
Martin wanted
was
to fight.
going
He
to.
was supposed to fight him. He
He was
fought
going
Tank
to.
instead.
He was going to. He said Shakur said when he found out how much money he was getting, that Shakur was getting, he didn't want to fight because he was trying to negotiate more money. And since he didn't get it, he didn't fight. So he was
And
going to
he
fight.
had a Tank fight. He
No,
had a Tank fight
after
though
that
too.
though. After the Tank fight, cause didn't Shakur fight
No, he
whoever Frank Martin fought like a similar opponent to Frank after that fight?
You
yeah, but
talking about?
but that was
I went
around
to
the
that
same
fight.
time. Well, not around the same time that he had the Tank fight. The Tank fight was around the same time as he fought the other dude, the one that
So they
Frank
could
Martin
have
fought.
never fought. They could have never fought because of that fight.
They know
I don't
because they
see
couldn't
it
fight
like
because
that.
he had Tank. They fought around the same time. He had Tank. And Tank starched him. I mean, that's what I mean. Shakur was trying to fight him, but he had Tank.
Who did
This guy
Frank
waited a
Martin
whole
fight
year.
since that Tank fight though? And Shakur been fighting. Like you don't think Frank Martin would have took a Shakur
He
fight right
he
by
fought
now?
Artem in July last year. Yes, it was around the same time because I believe Tank fought Frank in June.
Yeah, exactly. They're like 3 weeks apart, if that.
Yeah,
I'm saying Shakur fought him after the Tank fight with Frank Martin, and
yeah,
then by now he couldn't have fought Frank Martin. I feel
Frank
like
Martin
if
moved.
he would have
Frank
fought,
Martin moved up.
yeah. He moved up,
okay,
but it's
but he
possible.
ain't
But
even
yeah,
take a fight at 140 yet though. And then like,
And I thought Frank Martin
my
was
man,
supposed to fight Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn and Frank Martin was the one they were targeting because they have more beef with each other than Shakur. So, and I thought that would be a great fight.
yeah.
Um, Keyshawn and Frank. I think that'd be a great fight because they don't like each other. They both are good fighters. I think Keyshawn beat him, but but Frank Martin and Keyshawn, that's a fight I want to see because they literally don't like each other.
I would love to
So
see that fight. I would
yeah,
absolutely. I made a video about that fight. I would love to see that fight, yo. And they would, hey, what did can't even remember the damn song name right now. Oh my god! But that would be a put up or shut up fight. We'll see who's gangster for real. after
and
after
Tio
that fight. Salute
Not
to you,
fighting,
King of Kings
and
Boxing is in the building. Salute to you. Definitely appreciate you for hitting the link.
Hey,
Tio's
what's
not
I
up,
going to
man?
wanna
fight Shakur. Tio's going to move up. He's not going to fight Keyshawn. He's going to move up. Watch.
I wanna
Once he
see Shakur fight Gary right now. And if he outclassed Gary, that'd be a big deal to me. Like as a boxing
Man,
fan, like
you
okay,
want Shakur to fight everybody? Jesus
yeah
Christ,
right.
that man,
You like
God.
why
you
why
like
not?
Shakur Stevenson, and
I think he
you gotta
nice.
like watching somebody fight if you want to see him fight
I'm
everybody.
I
Yeah.
want to see him fight Gary, like, cause everybody else he fought, I'm not surprised by that. If he outschooled Gary with the experience he got and all of that, and the dug he got, that'd be a big deal. Like, okay, that's somebody for sure. Like, you school Joe, cause I know he nice. Like, he got
Gary
that
looked good
skill.
when he came back. I have to give it.
But
He looked good when he came back. Let's see him do it against somebody that of some substance though, because I didn't know who that dude was. Salute to you, King of Kings Boxing. Yo, what's popping with you?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, did I just hear you say that Shakur is supposed to be fighting for, Ryan Garcia?
That
No,
they're talking about fighting each other. Not is nothing finalized at all.
he ain't fighting big ass Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, he's not going to fight him.
Hell no.
Oh my
Hell
Ryan
God!
no.
Garcia
Yes,
walks around like a
like
190 and shit.
definitely appreciate you for coming in.
Well, I put it like this, man. Like for Shakur, he acts like the only opponent he has is Tank Davis. There's a whole bunch of people there to fight that you
Not
can get some.
135. Not 135.
Well, let's put it like this: 135, 140 away. He is a little late to the party at 135 because a lot of dudes have moved away. But like he said, if you're not gonna fight Keyshawn, I'm so tired of this. My man, cut that shit out. Like if you guys trying to be great and you say nobody else is trying to fight you, then you guys get down, and then be brothers to try to promote the other one to come up. But like I said, outside of that, there's other things to do. If you got to move to 140, so be it. I do think he's maxing his limit because his power. I don't see how he would fare very well if he ever moved to 147. I don't think he has enough power to do anything.
I think no Shakur, but I think you guys be relying on power. He's not going to rely on his power when he gets up there. He's one of the best, if not the best, defensive boxer.
No, I'm not saying about power being relied on for him to win fights. I'm talking about power being necessary to keep dudes off you. That's what I'm saying. Do you get to a point where your power is not enough to slow people from coming and approaching you? And then for a guy that doesn't like to get hit, a guy that I don't know what his chin's like because he hasn't ever been touched. Eventually, a guy's like, even a small guy like Pitbull. Now, there's not a lot of dudes like that will just go all out and try to, touch you up. But like at some point in time, my problem with Shakur is one, the power is to keep guys off you, at least keep them honest. And then two, I don't know how good the chin is because you're so hit averse. Yes, defensively, but on top of that, just like period, you don't want to get hit. So I'm like wondering, like we talk about great defensive fighters, and you want to throw like a Floyd in there. Floyd had a really good chin. When he eventually did get hit, he was able to absorb it and recover. But I don't know if Shakur has that. So like I said, moving at 147, that's what I'm saying would be a problem. There's some heavy hitters up there.
Yeah, I don't compare Shakur to Floyd. Floyd's he's a different animal. I don't compare those two. I mean, he'll watch Pitbull. Pitbull come forward. He'll just jab him to death, and Pitbull will just get hit the whole time. It wouldn't be funny. And like I said, a lot of people were supposed to fight. He asked Pitbull to fight him, and Pitbull said no.
Well, the other issue is he's running into the fact of the matter is he's not like it's oh my god, I won't even talk like that. But the fact of the matter is just outside of you knowing that you're going to go fight him because you're going to get beat, like financially, like is it a good decision for most fighters? And like I said, I don't like to be that dude that says that, but I'm being real. Like it's at some point in time, you got to bring some other thing other than, oh, well, I'm secure about all this and that. Even to the point, maybe you have to end up taking short money to get some of these dudes in the ring because we're at a place where Shakur ain't no new fighter. Like, yo, we've been around for a while. We still talking about this dude didn't fight him. This guy didn't want to fight him. Okay, so then what's the alternative? We just sit around and see you fight Zapatas and stuff like that all the time? I mean,
Zapata, who else wanted to fight him? This is the problem. Everybody says it, but nobody wants to fight him.
I think you have.
Though, Big Dog Willie, he does make it seem like he wants to fight everybody, and it does seem like nobody really want to fight him at the time when he asked to fight. You know, the same thing happened to Zapata. Zapata didn't want to fight him when he moved up, but they just fought. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems
But how many years did it take?
Go ahead.
How many years did it take for Zapata? Zapata had to fight. What's his name? He had to fight. He could fight last year, but it took him a whole year just to fight him.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Took a while.
Well, here's the crazy thing about that, though. But we act like Zapata's 100 years old. Like it's like, dude, it's like still like in a period where he's in his prime. So I don't necessarily see where that was the issue. Them waiting.
Why are you waiting? Like you try to make big mega fights like you too good to just get some fights in. Fight everybody you can. Like, go ahead, take a little pay cut. You could not even get hit by these fighters. You ain't even going to take no damage.
Yeah, but
school them. Then later you could be like, "What? I beat them." So what you saying?
Yeah, stay busy, do something.
But we're thinking, the dude's always hurt for one thing. That's my favorite fighter, but he's always hurt. So he ain't gonna ever always fight. That's not who he is. And I think a lot of us are thinking like it's 1990 or like these old school fighters. 90 fighters do that no more. None of them. None of them. There's no Sugar Ray. There's no Duran. There's no Hagler. There's no Hearns. There's no Oscar De La Hoya. There's none of that. There's none of those fighters don't exist no more.
Yeah, salute to you. Show me. He came up here talking about nobody wants to take a loss from Shakur. Nobody want to take a loss. Period, man.
Period. Yeah.
Period, yo. Let's finish talking about what's on the screen, though. Jeez, what y'all think about Jamel Charlo if he fight Boots?
I think that's the. I got to see Mel. I want Mel to get a tune up first. I'm not a big.
No tune up.
You ain't getting no tune up. He fought Canelo. That was a tune up.
Fight Spence. That's what he's gonna fight, and then it's gonna be probably. Boots ain't gonna fight him immediately. So he gonna fight somebody before he.
Who is Boots gonna fight?
I don't think.
PJ's big dog in the house was popping with you.
I don't think Spence coming back at 54. People keep saying 54. I think he's coming back at 160. That's why I don't see that fight happening. I think it's because 160 is safer for Spence because it's the older guys at 60.
I thought everybody that was in the tournament was at 154.
Yeah, they are at 154. Spencer's in that tournament.
Ain't no guarantee. Spence gonna tell him what he want to do. Because if they smart, they will put Spence at 60 because you still got Lara, you still got Adames, you still got that. He can have a better time up there because you can get him acclimated up there at 60.
Yeah, that's still.
No.
Hell no.
No. Tank wants to fight but Spence wants to fight the best. He wants to fight the best. The best is at 154. They don't just put him out to 160 because he get some easy wins.
Ain't no easy win. I'm talking about you. Do you think Laura's an easy win?
I think Laura's
you are crazy.
Man, how old is Laura?
Don't matter. Granddaddy will put you down.
Laura listen, I thought Laura was retired.
Yeah.
No bull. I thought he was retired. No bull. Before Danny Garcia called him, when he started calling him out, I thought he was retired. When he called him out, I was like, damn, I didn't know he still fought.
Laura been
everybody up there. What did he fight at 160?
Yeah,
everybody up there at 160 act like that man a ghost. They act like he don't exist. Mofo, he has a title. He's a world title holder at 160, and nobody says his name. It's a reason for that. And he's late. And he's like 40 years old. Brother's like,
Yeah,
He really
Spence
he really
will
50.
dog
Yeah,
walk
and they
him,
haven't
man.
stripped him, so
Why
you got to
would
put
Spence
think of
want
it
to
like
get
Laura
that.
is
So
the
retired?
people are
problem. Don't
avoiding
sleep
him.
on Laura, little old ass. Don't sleep on your soft
Why?
shit.
I'm sleeping on Laura.
There's a
Why
reason
would
And
Laura want to
with
Jennebeck ain't
Spence, I'm
calling that
sleeping on him.
man
Laura stays in
name
shape,
once.
bro.
Laura?
Jennebeck ain't said. If Jennebeck call out everybody, he call out Adamas at least once a
Nobody
day.
says that man's name. I thought he
Nobody
retired because
says
nobody
that.
says his name. I thought he
I thought I
retired.
retired
He
too.
got
I
a
did
whole
too.
title at that weight class.
Wasn't he like
He
50
just
years old when he fought
retired Danny
Canelo?
Garcia.
Yeah,
Yo,
he's
shut
old.
up.
He's 30.
He's like 30 something. But the thing
Yeah,
about
he's
it is
old as hell. He's like 47.
He's 40
and
something.
he's 46 or something like that. But the funny part is, like she said, he
46.
got a whole title there. And they're not even, this is how badly he's avoided because they're not even stripping him. It's not, those dudes ain't even taking the fight. Because if you're sitting there holding a title in a division and you got mandatories, no, the mandatories are turning down the damn fight. So they're not even taking the belt from him. So don't get it twisted. Laura comes in shape. He's an excellent boxer. He's a throwback. That skill can get him through some fights. So don't think that's no walkover. You ain't never
I'm
seen
not.
him get smashed
I
by
don't know.
nobody.
I'm not saying. I think Spence is just too good for Laura. Laura passes time.
Nah, you
That's
tripping.
illusion. That's illusion. Look what Laura did with Canelo versus Charlo, which would be
No, no, no,
hard
no,
for
no, no, no. He fought Canelo a long time ago.
Yeah, smaller Canelo. That's not really a good
a more
Yeah,
comparison.
that's
shape
not. Yeah,
And
I'm
probably
Canelo.
a pre-juice Canelo as well. So we
nah,
got to keep it
nah,
a buck, man.
Crazy,
he always
man.
been on that beef, bro. Don't play yourself. He's
Yeah, but
always been on that beef.
he went from regular ground beef to that wasabi shit. So it was stronger.
Nah, Laura's
tell
the
me.
problem, bro. People don't. Laura stopped boxing and start knocking niggas out. He said, "You know what? Y'all
Yeah,
want to play with
man.
me? I'm gonna start knocking every one of y'all out." How about that? And everybody said, "Yo, he ain't boxing no more." Hey, don't call him no more. It's a
Yeah,
reason.
Lord, he the goods, bro. He's still the goods.
It's a reason. Jenna Beck and
Man.
Adamas already said came out. He said, "I'll never fight Laura. I look up to him." And then Jenna Beck, he said, "I'm gonna go to 68 before I go do something with him." You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it's a
I don't
reason.
know. That's a hard measuring stick up at 160. I don't even know who else is at 160.
Nobody. That's why Earl need to go.
Nobody. It's the weakest division in
That's
boxing,
what I'm
man. It's the
saying.
weakest division in boxing. Period. They had fucking Danny Garcia ranked in the WBA at 160, and that motherfucker hadn't even touched the fucking 160-pound fight. That
Yo,
the 160 is the weakest division in boxing. Period. Outside of Laura, that's it. There's
But
nobody
Laura
there.
retired Danny.
Inley
Laura just retired
Hernandez
Danny,
is the only
man.
good one up there.
I like Jana Beck too, yo.
But
And
Jenna Beck's another dude that hasn't done anything.
isn't whatchamacallit at that weight class? I like Carlos Adames. He's at
Yeah, he up
160.
there. Carlos ain't gonna fight him.
I mean, I'm saying, but you said he ain't. He's at the weight class. Sorry, besides
Nah,
Laura,
he got
I like him.
The weight class is sorry though. You have
Yeah,
like two. That
yeah,
It's
weight
the
class
worst
is
weight
sorry.
class.
yeah.
Yeah, Adames been there
Carlos
forever and
Adames
got no
is
signature
sorry.
wins. Why isn't Adames gonna fight Laura? That's what I'm saying. Just because you got names there, but them dudes ain't none of them dudes that fought each other. They ain't done nothing. Like Laura should
Nobody
even
wanted to get
exist.
beat up by a 42-year-old. All right.
First of all, ain't none of them can beat Laura. That's the problem why they don't want to call
Yep.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
hey,
They don't
Taylor
get
could
beat
have
up by a
fought Laura.
42-year-old. They don't want
man,
them
my uncle used to tell me one thing. He said, "Once I get you where I want you, you ain't going nowhere now." That's why Laura do to him. When I get you where I got you, you ain't going nowhere now. See, no, leave
You
them
have a
old
lot of
niggas
faith in
alone.
Laura.
Leave them old niggas alone.
Laura, listen, people kind of looked at me a different type of way because I said I wasn't a big fan of Danny Garcia. I wasn't hating on the man. I just wasn't a big fan of the man. When the first time he got dropped, he just didn't want to fight no more. Took a lot. I'm sorry. Like that made me look at him even worse. Like, bruh, you called out Laura for like 2 years, it seemed like. And I thought it was weird that you want to go all the way up and wait and fight somebody. But when I seen the fight and looked it all up, I was like, bruh is in his 40s. He's 40 years old or whatever. He trying to cherry pick Laura because he got a title. And that's usually what, Danny Garcia like fighting people out their prime. He loves doing that shit if you're a name. So I was like, okay, let's watch it. He beat the shit out of Danny. You understand? But when he dropped Danny Garcia, he got up off the knee and he told his father he didn't want to fight no more, basically. Like, yo, I don't want to fight no more. Like, bro,
He
that's
beat the
Danny
fight
Garcia
out
had
of
me
him.
good
Yeah, he
since
beat the fight
140.
out of him, bro. You know how hard it is to beat the fight out of somebody? He wanted
Hard.
no more smoke
Yeah.
after Laura was
He
putting
was
them
in
paws on him.
danger.
And Lara was playing with him the whole fight. Like he was
Yeah, he
boxing
was.
around.
He knew it. That's
He's
why
like,
he didn't want to fight no more.
He
But,
moved
but,
up too
but
high.
Danny
You gotta
Garcia
get look at
engaged in that
bro.
fight.
He dropped you. Give us one more round, champ. He dropped you. First time you ever been dropped. Give us one more round. And he hasn't fought since then.
But
said,
is
hell
that
no.
Danny Garcia? That Danny Garcia, is that really Danny Garcia that we seen that round that in that ring? Not the Danny Garcia I've seen at 140. That's not the same Danny Garcia.
It's the same Danny. Man, look, bro, that
Exactly,
dude's
at
not. It's
140.
when you fighting a dude that maybe 48 years old. That's the same you. They intentionally set that fight up. They had him ranked at 160 before he had even touched a 154 fight in the WBA to fight that because they thought that was easy work and was a cherry pick. And Danny went in there, got his ass whooped by the old man. That's just all it is to it. Like we ain't gonna keep on retracting. Like the age of Danny's fighting skill at 140. Danny wasn't. Man, we seen him lose fights at 140 that he got fucking robbery from. I still think he lost that fucking that Peterson fight. Like let's keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Like they ain't no. That's the same old Danny. He just now this was just the worst ass whooping he ever experienced, and he decided to fold it up. Should have just cried in the ring or had an emotional breakdown.
Yeah, I'm saying comparing him to 140. I mean, he is what he is. When he got to 147, he got beat by everybody. So, I mean, every good fighter, I should say.
Yeah, every time he stepped up, it was the three fighters that he stepped up and fought, and he wanted to fight, but
that's like Loma.
I would have watched
it's just like Loma. It's just like Loma. Every time Loma stepped up to somebody who actually had something, he got his ass whooped.
Loma's Superman compared to these guys. That's what I heard.
Loma, every time Loma stepped up to the right motherfucker, he got his
thing since sliced bread.
Tossed.
Pants with pockets.
We ain't gonna act like Loma didn't lose that fucking title fight and never fought nobody like that ever again. You're not even allowed to say a Mexican fighter's name in Loma's fucking presence. This motherfucker got schooled by a dude. Like that's my guy and all, but he got punished. Huh?
They cheated Jermaine Ortiz.
Nah, Jermaine Ortiz. I'm talking about from Tijuana type, like this.
Oh, you talking about the second fight?
Raw. You talking about Salido, right?
Yeah, Salido. He ain't fought nobody like that ever since, man. Let's keep it real. Like Loma, man, to me, first of all, like Loma to me, like people can say what they want, but I analyze boxers just straight up. The motherfucker, I'm not giving you no credit for no 2 gold medals. You was 25 years old, beating up on 18-year-olds, and you want to act like that's some kind. You come out. You try to high side. Yeah, that was your second or third fight for a title shot, but you had enough amateur fights to consider that stuff as real fights. You went in there, got did in, never fought nobody like that again. Anytime you had somebody with power, you acted scary. You never fought Tank Davis when the fight was available at that time. Like they act like it was just fucking Tank avoid. Like let's keep it real. Loma didn't want that fight either. You bring up Rigondeaux from a baby weight, and then be surprised that you beat him up. Like bro. Like cut it out, and then you complain about moving to 135, and that was the fight that you complain about moving to one. Like your career fighting weight in Olympus was 136, bro. You're not moving up in some small guy. You just finally moved into the weight class you should have been in the whole time. So let's keep it real, man. Loma to me, like I say, he's highly overrated. I'm not trying to take away his accomplishment, but the dude's overrated, man. He's not an all-time great. I mean, let's be real.
Well, according to Bob Arum, he's just as good as Muhammad Ali. But that's Bob Arum.
Yeah, the same Bob Arum that said that Terrence Crawford is garbage. So like, yeah. Let the old man go be seen now somewhere.
Loma got all his clout from beating Gary so early in his career, though.
Gary and Walters, Nicholas Walters. Those are the fights that he signed.
Yeah, but look how he did Nicholas. But man, I hate how they did Nicholas Walters. Man, they dried him out to the point that. That was not the same Nicholas Walter that beat up on Donaire. They just let him out there, set him on the shelf for a while, and then when he came to the fight, that's why they're all just quitting in the fight because they're like, the man, I ain't got it because these fools done did me dirty. I mean, let's keep it real. They're like every one of them. That's why they were quit, but no, they were quitting because like, man, I'm not even they did me dirty. Whatever. I'm not gonna let this
give Loma some credit. Come on, man. Give Loma some credit.
This is not a Loma love panel. We will not.
No, it's not one way or the other. It's just like keeping it real. Like, let's be honest. Everyone his good wins has a fucking asterisk next to it. Kambosos is the only clean fight he got, bro. Like, it's the shit that he was doing and they were doing with like the way they were handling the whole thing is ridiculous.
But they were moving up. Yeah, they were moving up. They were moving up carefully, and he got so many damn title fights. he lost a fight and got a title fight right afterwards. So which was kind of weird. So yeah,
he ducked Shakur, Tank, everybody at fucking 35. He said, "Nah, I ain't doing none of this. These niggas can hit. These niggas can fight. Let me get up out of here. My back hurt now. Nah, bro, I ain't trying to hit that. Your back broke now. Get up out of here, man."
Yeah,
he wasn't gonna fight no Tank.
Lomachenko had one.
No, he didn't. No.
Lomachenko had one of the most convenient careers in history.
Yes. Yeah, he was fighting for titles after titles.
Convenient as hell. You understand? Everything was convenient as hell.
How you lose a fight and then fight for another title? How you do that? So that's you lose a fight, then get a title shot the next day.
He was a champion. This is the one that people don't talk about. He was a champion when he fought for a vacant title versus fucking Luke Campbell. That was disgraceful.
Yeah.
Champions do not fight
for vacant titles. That's
for
crazy.
Vacant titles, bro. Like who the fuck? But whatever. Moving on. Keyshawn Davis versus T.O., man. They have history. Both of them admit to the sparring that happened. Both of them admit to Keyshawn touching T.O.'s pops. Just T.O. don't admit to everything that Keyshawn admits to, but both of them admit to that some shit actually went down. Okay, a lot of people was in that room second what was said about Keyshawn Davis putting hands on T.O. Sr. So this is probably about to happen. I hear that Keyshawn Davis is back talking after he said he's practically retired because his phone isn't ringing. We all know that both him and T.O. was part of Top Rank, and now he's moved up to 140 pounds. He's already spoke to T.O. to his face and called him out, and both of them know that they don't like each other. Both of them know that they each want to fight each other or whatever. So it seems like T.O.'s doing his natural want to confuse the public self. He's being his natural self. He's calling out people. He's acting like he's going to fight this person and going to fight that person, ducking from smoke, fighting no names. You know what I'm saying? It's about time T.O. gives the boxing fans something back. All right. He hasn't gave his shit since he fought Josh Taylor. And that fight right there is when Josh Taylor was already past himself. He's riding on wins, and he didn't do shit after winning that fight versus Taylor. He said he's going to retire, and he just sat down and didn't do shit. And for real, he's been sitting down the entire time because he hasn't been fighting no names. He just been holding the damn title, calling out names that he ain't going to fight, and just being totally irritating all around the damn board. So when it comes to this fight, yo, I hope Keyshawn beats the brakes off of T.O. That's not easy to say, though. T.O. is a good fighter. You can't disrespect that, because in another sense, I'll tell you this. A lot of the people that I thought should have had beef with T.O. just for the simple fact that they're around in the same weight class respected him off GP. When T.O. first hit the scene before he fought Lomachenko, everybody liked T.O., including myself. A lot of people was fans of T.O. And Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, Africa, Rolly, all four of them praised that man. They called him Gordo. They love Gordo. This, that, and the third. So the man is a good fighter. They look at him as a good fighter. He's friends with a lot of people. Hell, all the Gary Russells, all the brothers said that they cool with T.O. So, I mean, come on. This is going to be a good fight if it actually happens, if T.O. actually signs on a dotted line.
T.O.'s going to move up.
It's because of T.O.
T.O.'s going to move up. He's going to move to 147. I guarantee he's going to move to 147.
Has the power to fight at 147.
He can.
Got the power to fight at 140. He fight at 147, being that he fight with his hands down right here all the time, and he like trying to look good when he fight. He's gonna get blasted on at welterweight, in my opinion. He gets stopped at welterweight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He might want to go up there because the rest of the people that he was fighting around, and because Ryan is up there, Rolly is up there, and Devin is up. You might want to go up there because of those reasons, but that doesn't mean that shit is safe. I got Roland Polanco putting T.O. in a casket at 147.
You said Rolly?
Roland.
Yeah, Polanco. King Rolly Garcia. Man, you better stop hating on Sugar Rolly. Y'all tripping. Sugar Rolly the
Man,
king of
you
motherfucking
gotta be killing me with Broly, dude.
Sugar
Roland
Rolly way
Blanco
more.
is a Cuban fighter. I think he's a Puerto Rican fighter.
Yeah, he's
but
good.
He moved up from 140 to 147. Bruh's an animal. He beat the shit out of and stopped the Hunter brother, Keith Hunter, at 140. Yep. Like, yeah, dude's nasty. He moved up calling out Brian Norman Jr. ASAP at 147. 147 ain't safe. It's just people up there that they used to clout chasing is still up there. So if T.O. move up, you just gonna hear him clout chase those names like he been clout chasing his entire fucking career. He gonna keep calling fucking Devin's name, but not actually fight him and shit like that. T.O.
He got to sell Devin.
Goddamn sport for real. And somebody need to beat his ass. Hopefully he'll take the fight with Keyshawn Davis though. What y'all think about T.O. and Keyshawn?
I don't think he's gonna fight Keyshawn. I don't think he's gonna fight Keyshawn.
I don't think he's gonna fight him. He gonna move back to 35.
No, he's not.
It's funny you said. Who do you think he's gonna fight then? Because it's a lot of people out there calling out T.O. and T.O. acting like he wants to fight people. So who you think is going to fight if it's not Keyshawn?
First,
gonna move up.
I don't think because 47 is not safe. It's not safe for him.
But Keyshawn petitions for his belt. He's gonna get that. He's gonna be the number one.
He petitioning for that ass whooping. No, he's not gonna do it because look, T.O.'s a thin guy. If you look at his body from shoulder to shoulder, he looks wide, but from front to back, he's skinny. He's really a 135 pounder with no guy who won't stay where he's supposed to be at. His best was at 35. That's where he's supposed to be. Now he's making 40 because 40 is just not a deep division. Now it's hot. He ain't gonna try to fight none of them boys because he can fight Hitchens. That's who I wanted him to fight because they in New York. That would have been a great fight. Both of them ain't going. I think Hitchens might stop T.O. My bad. So I think just because I like Africa, I'm just kind of biased. But I don't think T.O. really wants to fight anybody unless it's crazy amount of money. And I don't think it's not too many people he's gonna make crazy money with. He's trying to sell his I guess his one, I guess, because he already lost. So he's just trying to sell that belt pretty much.
That's why I don't think he's gonna fight Keyshawn. Because he's scared of Keyshawn. I don't think he's going. I think Keyshawn's petition for it to be number one against him, and they're about to give it to him, so he has to fight somebody.
Somebody beat my daddy, I'm gonna go fight him. You understand me?
That's not him. His dad deserved to get his ass whooped. His dad deserved to get his ass whooped number of times. Keyshawn was just a nigga to do it.
Somebody beat my daddy, I got to have you.
I know what you're saying, but his dad deserves to get his ass whooped though.
True.
Be real. His dad talked too much shit.
I ain't arguing with you, but if somebody put their hands on my daddy, I got to have you.
Oh, for sure.
But that's not T.O. His daddy probably deserved it, so
his dad did deserve it. Listen how that man talks.
Yo, his father is a fucking racist, man. He's half race face. I don't know what to say about T.O. T.O. Senior came out and admitted that when somebody was interviewing him, and he said he only says the N-word when he's mad. That's the only time he said. He said, "I'm not racist. I only say it only comes out when I'm mad."
Okay, well,
that's the definition of your ass being racist because you only say it to black people. You only say it to people of color.
Yeah, you only say it when you're mad. Well, you kind of racist, buddy. Like they don't even sound right.
That's what Hulk Hogan said. Hulk Hogan said the same thing.
Oh yeah, I know Hulk Hogan didn't want his daughter to date no Negro. That's what he just didn't say the word Negro. He said my daughter ain't date no.
Mm-hmm. It's funny though. Like I don't know, man. T.O. got to fight somebody, man.
Yeah,
like, somebody. God, he call out everybody. Ain't he 0 for 38? Like God dang.
Yo, for real, for T.O. to be a champion as long as he's been a champ, right? And he's been fighting for as long as he's been fighting and calling out the people he was calling out, Bud, Boots. People would say it's a cherry pick for you to fight somebody that's coming up in weight that never even fought nobody. They would say it about Tank, right?
Facts.
So I mean, he should take the fight with Keyshawn. That shit would just spell I'm scared. that's what it spelled out to me. Like, bro, you look scary as shit. You don't want to fight a soul, not nobody with a damn name. That shit is ridiculous if that's the case, man. But let me say this real quick, yo. Well, we can harp on this. Lamont Roach, all right, let's harp on this. Lamont Roach been talking. He's been talking a lot, and good names has been coming out of his mouth to wanting to fight. One of those names was Devin Haney at one point of a time. And he's been getting some attention. A lot of fighters has been coming back at him and telling him and calling him out and saying that they would love to fight him next. Kamel Moulton is one of those guys. Kamel Moulton is still I think he went to AI and put a picture of a albino ape stepping on a roach, and he put it on social media, and he came out of his feelings. Lamont Roach did not want to fight no Kamel Moulton at all. And Richardson Hitchens said that he's willing to give him a title fight. And you got Gary Russell Jr. also. And that's just 3 people off top. Like, it's still more people that's willing and already said that they're willing to fight Lamont Roach. Okay. And that's fights at 3 different weight classes. That's a fight at 130 with Kamel Moulton. It's a fight at 135 with Gary Russell Jr. And it's a fight at 140 with Richardson Hitchens. With all of that being said, he is choosing to fight Gabriel Flores Jr. He's 27-2 with 8 knockouts. He's ranked number 42 in the world at 135 pounds. In my opinion, yo, I think this is I think for him I think he's shaping out to be the same type of fighters that's at 135 that call out big names but don't really want to fight them, yo. I think Gabriel Flores Jr. got some trash ass legs. His legs are trash. His legs been trash. Like, he has horrible legs, man. I can't stand his legs. He look unsturdy when he's moving. He look unsturdy when he's punching. He look unsturdy when he's blocking punches. Bro, I don't like Gabriel Flores at all. He don't got no punching power like that. Like, I watched that fight when he fought I can't even remember dude's name off the top of my head, but he dropped Flores like fucking 4 times in that fight or some shit like that, yo. Flores got horrible legs, man. I think that's a horrible choice. And for him to be calling out Devin Haney that fights at 147 and to tell Richardson Hitchens that he's speaking his language, saying that, you know, he'll give him a title shot at 140. And then for you to fight Gabriel Flores tells me that you're not all about what the fuck you be saying that you are myself. And the next fight that he has better not be no regular ass person. It better be somebody that has a title or somebody with a real name. Because I don't like Gabriel Flores Jr. for him to be talking all of that cheese for all of this time. That's who you're going to choose. I don't really respect it, yo. You should just be fighting Gary Russell Jr. That's what your ass should be fighting. No, I'm talking about
Roach, right?
Roach. Lamont Roach.
He feeling himself after that draw with Tank. He's feeling himself. So,
but he's going to squander whatever momentum he got off the Tank fight. Like, why would you go out here? Even in the fact, let's say you don't want to take any of those big names that you have. There's significant other fighters outside of Flores. Like, to me, that's like almost a cop out for fight. Like, what is this, a fucking? Now I don't know. What is it? I don't know what you call that fight. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, there's names you could have picked up a lot better than that you would have got a little more credit for. So that, like you said, maybe you just ride the little steam he got off the Tank fight. And now you're about to squander it by fighting somebody that you better look extremely good or stop or something.
Better.
But you go in there, and the worst thing that can happen, you go in there, Flores decides to have a career night and makes you look bad. And then everybody be like, oh, this dude just got lucky one night and he's not really that good. And now you get put in a whole, like, those are fights that are dangerous. You could have did something else, man. Man, Lamont Roach, man, what the hell? It's almost now looking like you was on some clout, dude. Like, you're just fucking chasing names, talking all this stuff. Just be real. If in your mind that you didn't want no smoke outside of where you were at, then just stay in your lane and call out people in your lane. But Flores, this what we doing? Like, that's a backtrack. That's somebody you should have been fighting when you're 15-0, bro. What are you doing fighting him now?
It's a safe fight. It's a safe fight for him. It's a safe fight for him, and he still want that Tank. He still think Tank's going to fight him again. So it's a safe fight.
Lamar Rhodes said that I remember in the lead up of the Tank fight, he told the cameras that this fight with Tank ain't no money like that. He said, I said no for this fight, and that fight was more money than this fight. So if that's the case, bruh, why are you sitting here keep talking about you keep zeroing in on Tank Davis, Tank Davis, Tank Davis, Tank Davis, and you acting like you got so many options and they gonna give you more money than Tank? Then I don't even know why he kept saying Tank's name. It just points out that he's just full of shit this entire time. And yeah, he just you got some shine and you were trying to prolong it, but now that it's over, you might as well take the biggest bag or take your biggest opportunity. His
He
biggest
want that rematch, twin. He want that rematch, twin.
his biggest opportunity is going to be Africa. That's what he should take. Take that title shot, but he will get his ass kicked, in my opinion. Africa will beat the brakes off Lamar Rhodes.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel
if he
like
goes
his
up to
biggest opportunity would be like somebody like Gary, not because of like, because I know Africa, he top two at 140 out of him and Gary Antoine, but like,
Gary Antoine, okay.
but I'm saying no, his biggest opportunity would be Mr. Gary Russell, because
Yeah, Gary Russell. That's what I
that
meant
fight
to
would
say. I
be
don't know if I said Antoine. So I meant to
because
say Junior. Go
he
ahead.
is smaller fighter, but like that's an in-house fight, just like him and Tank fighting. Like, so that'll bring a lot of traction to the surrounding areas that he's from. That's a big opportunity fight. And then I feel like it's less of a risk than fighting
Oh, Gary
Richardson
whoop. I think
Hitchens.
Gary beat him. That's not an easy fight for him.
Yeah,
Gary's
possible.
Gary's in the
But
easy.
that's what's disappointing about Lamont. It's like, dang, yo, like you already got a loss on your record. Like, why you trying to hold on to this? Like, oh, it's like he trying to take this fight because he know he'll win because he got the pressure on him to keep on, like, to have a win or whatever. Instead of just take fights, man. Like,
Yeah.
go ahead and just fight. Before that, it was like he was more hungry. Now it's like, all right, now he like on some snake oil salesman type
It's
of
that
time.
payday. It's that payday he went with Tank. He hoping that Tank would come back and give him that rematch. That rematch is going to be lucrative, and I think he knows that.
And a
So
lot of
I
people
think
be
he's.
saying, cut my bad, but like
Oh no, go ahead,
you
go
just
ahead.
said Tank, you was just saying about Tank. A lot of people be like saying bad stuff about what Tank be saying. Like, oh, he said he was going to retire, or he feel like this about boxing, but like every single body else that be trying to call him out on that type of stuff, they look up to him, cause the stuff that he be saying, soon as they get the opportunity to do that same stuff, it's like they don't give a damn about boxing like that. They care about getting the bread,
Yeah.
and they ain't even going, like, the legacy don't be meaning nothing. Once they
Well,
get that
what,
opportunity,
But that's why he's fighting
they
Jake Paul. It's about the bread. So I mean, that's what, and he says that. He says that all the time. He's like, I'm a prize fighter. He don't, like you say, he don't care about belts. He about that bread. And I think honestly, he's gonna fight Jake Paul, and I'm very kind of like 75%. He's gonna fight Pacquiao in the spring and
man,
right
oh,
look,
out
I
to the
hope he
look.
sunset.
fight
Boy,
Pac.
get your
Hey,
Yo,
but that
goddamn.
I hope
Hold
he
up,
get that
y'all.
Pac fight.
Say, boy, get
Yeah,
your
I'm trying to see that one. Let me see how you do
salute
against
to Dolores
Pacquiao.
Vanessa. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you. She said, "No, that's zodiac sign stuff's not corny, but yeah, I didn't know he was a Leo, and that does explain a lot to me. Now that you
Lord
said that,
Jesus, here we
salute to you,
go.
Who a
KDB
Leo,
Sports
Lamont?
and Entertainment. Yeah, that's probably why he's so high on himself because he's a Leo.
Hey, the thing about it is people saying that term. Oh, this fight is lucrative for Lamont. Well, if you get into one of these other quality matchups, you can't sit like. Why is only one fight a payday for you? Like, if that's the case, then what are you doing? Like, okay, you're gonna sit around fight with a guy that you may not even be possible when you could be creating lucrative fights for yourself. That's what the problem with everybody is. They want to chase one dude that's created a bag. Well, how did he do that? Like, why don't you? But like, everybody's always trying to
Yeah.
promote this ideology of, well, I'm chasing it. Why don't you create your own bag? Why
Yeah,
sit around and wait for a $10 million bag that you're never going to get when maybe you can create a bunch of $3 and $4 million bags? Like, it's
Yeah.
goofy to sit around like sitting there doing that. If he goes in there with a fight like Gary Russell, like, you go in there off the Tank sting, you go in there with Gary Russell. I don't know what the money will be like, You go in there and do him in. You low key one of the dudes in the division. Especially if Tank is on his way out, where he's like, I'm just gonna take some money fights and get out of here. I mean, really, you almost got the bag over Shakur. Shakur's not no money man in the division. Like, it's a possibility for you to make that money for yourself. Like, it's just stupid. But then you fight Flores, and everybody's like, okay, well, dude, you really are just a $200,000 fight, fucking 200K fighter, bro. Who's wishing for a big $10 million, $20 million, whatever bag that is against Tank. Let's just say it's $10 million. I'm just throwing a number out there. Imaginary bag that you're not going to get. You could have been out here doing something with yourself, but now you're just going to cut your steam. There's 35 names above Flores that you could have fought that were more credible than Flores. That are probably just, the few names in there where the fights are easier. You're going to pick number 42? Like, what we got going on?
You hear it? I mean, you're explaining it to yourself. Man. You're saying what we all know. He's waiting for that bag. That's all you care about.
Fight anybody but number 40. That's crazy.
Before we get out of here, I want to get y'all thoughts on Canelo asking Boots to come to the camp and train and spar with him. What do y'all think about that?
I think that's a smart move because
hell yeah,
there's not many switch hitters that are really switch hitters, and Bud's really not a switch hitter. Bud switches between rounds. He doesn't switch in the fight. Not as young, somebody that young, that talented, and that size is perfect for somebody like Terrence, who is basically they have the same dimensions. And actually, I think Boots is a little bigger. I mean, that's a smart thing to do. Why wouldn't you bring him in? I mean, if Bud didn't bring in somebody who's similar dimensions to Canelo, he's stupid.
Like, we don't know. He don't, and
exactly.
We don't even know what Bud's doing because he don't show it. But I think more for Boost. Look at the experience that he's fucking with Canelo. Who wouldn't want to spar with Canelo? You got experience. He'll teach you some new tricks. That's good it's more good for Boost than it is for Canelo. I mean, damn, that's you're fighting with a legend. He's teaching you shit on the fly. So I mean, if I was him, whoever said it's racist or you're not fighting, that's some dumbass shit in the first place.
They're calling him a sellout. It was Bernie.
That's some dumbass shit. That's some dumbass shit.
Is that his name? Bernie the Boxer? Bernie said it first, and then like a lot of people followed suit, making content about it.
It's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
I don't know what the fuck that it would, like you said, for Canelo. That is outside of actually getting a Bud himself. I think that is the best. His dimensions do match up very well to Bud. It would give you a good look. The win for like I said, for Boots is not only just notoriety. As much as I hate Canelo because I feel like he's a cheater and all the goofy shit, and he be getting robbery decisions and scorecards. He's one of the last of the few skilled fighters that still exist in boxing. I mean, there's a skill drop off after you deal with some of the newer guys in those upper weights. So I think that'd be perfect. You go over there, you mix it up with a little bit. Get some of the Mexican crowd to see you and be like, oh, this dude's, you know what I'm saying? It's a win-win. And like I say, you get a lot of experience. Just don't eat none of the meat over there or drink out any of the water bottles. He'd be straight.
Yeah.
That gym known for keeping people dirty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if he go over there and fuck around pop 30, then I know something because everybody at Eddie Reynoso's gym be popping dirty.
Since everybody's calling him a sellout, let me ask y'all this. Say if the fight already happened with Bud and Canelo, and we found out down the line, a couple months after that, and Boots said it or Bozy said it. Somebody said in an interview that, we were asked by Canelo to come and train and help him get ready for that fight, and we said no out of respect for Terrence Crawford. What would fans say then?
You're an idiot. You're a goddamn idiot.
Let's be real. What names would they be calling Bud then? We been knew that you was scared of Bud. You never wanted to fight Bud. You wanted to be friends with Bud. Bro, the only way this bro is a sellout, and I said this in my video, the only way that shit makes sense if Jerron's last name is fucking Crawford. If Jerron Crawford is Terrence's little brother. That's the only
Even
way
if,
that makes fucking sense.
or you getting trained by Bomac. They're in the same camp or something like that. That's the dumbest shit. That's like me. Like if I mirrored like Hagler and Roberto Duran wanted me to fight, I'd be like, oh no, I can't spar with Roberto Duran because I'm disrespecting Hagler. Fuck that. It's Roberto Duran.
It's your
Like,
career.
yeah.
It's not one fighter that would say that they don't want to. This same thing I said in my video. It's not one fighter today that would say that they won't want to spar Canelo. It's not one fighter today. No, and it don't even matter the fucking weight class. It don't even matter the weight class. It's not one fighter that would be like, look, he's inviting you to spar. It's gonna pay you X amount of dollars for it, and they'll be like, nah. It's not really one fighter that would say that. You talking about Bud? I mean, you talking about Boots, somebody that's about to fight Bud, somebody that's highly respected like Canelo. You're gonna say no? You know, it seemed like people break in that gym to try to go and train fucking with Canelo. Everybody tries to go train with Canelo. I didn't AJ step in that gym. You got T.O. begging to get in that bitch every couple months. You got T.O. trying to get in that damn gym. You got Ryan Garcia. You have Valdez, bruh. Everybody be trying to get a piece of Eddie Reynoso in the damn gym, man. So let's not act like this is something that people strive to do, because this is one of those things that people really want to put on it. It's the same thing about fucking what's his name? Floyd Mayweather retired, don't even fight no more. And you see he's doing one-on-one sessions with fighters. They ain't saying no to that shit. They're not gonna say no to that. He in there doing mid work with Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Tank. That shit is for what? Africa. For what? Because he is who he is. You would want to do that, bro. For real. You would want to do that. Even if Boots had some training already settled, already or he'll drop that to go to Eddie Reynoso's gym. Why not? And Boots, I mean, Bud just shut down his gym, didn't he? Close the doors and he's real strict a policy of letting people in. Hell yeah. Why not? Why not go and put your best foot forward and try to beat up on Canelo? Why not? Make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
What makes it a sellout? I don't understand what is this? We on some look. First of all, the only way you a sellout is you go. If you go over there and train and don't get paid or something, maybe you sold yourself out.
That's still not a sellout because you're training with Canelo.
Said he got 17,000 or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna go over. Look, first of all, Boots ain't doing anything right now. Let's keep it real. He's chilling at the house. You might as well stay in shape, train, get exposed to it.
He got to fight.
Okay. But I'm just saying, you get exposed to some different stuff like that. Like this has only became something in nowadays. Like these dudes, people used to always travel to do different people's. There's one dude. I forgot what his name. He was always the guy that mimicked Floyd's style for everybody. Was he ever called a sellout? It's stupid. It's like, bro, like, and then like put like this for the Crawford fans. That just gives you something else where they can't say like, well, damn, Canelo had, he had a great camp, he had the best sparring and all this and that, and you still beat him. Like, I mean, that to me, it's just niggas talk because they don't know what the hell they talking about, man. I mean, come on, Bernie the boxer. Your name is Bernie, nigga.
You seem
I feel like they saying he is.
Why come
Bernie,
out?
nigga. Do you even qualify?
Like, yo, I don't know. It seemed like he had his price. You know what I'm saying? And he had his price, and he sold out, man. He said Boots sold out 7 times in a row.
That dude don't. That dude,
like you sound nervous, yo. Well, what does Boots have anything to do with training with Canelo or sparring with Canelo? Why are y'all concerned? You sound nervous. You shouldn't say shit. If you would have said anything, you should have said the same thing that the fat dude said. That's not Bud. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Just say that that's not Bud and leave it at that. But to be like he sold out and what are you talking about, bro? What type of relationship do Boots and Bud have that we don't fucking know about?
They don't.
He said that. I don't think Bud would say anything like that. He said that.
It was Bernie. Bernie said Bernie was on camera saying it. Nobody.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Bernie said that. I don't think Bud cares about that shit. He's a fighter.
Bud didn't say nothing. If he did, I don't know what he said. I'm talking about what's the trainer name? The fat dude, Bomac. Bomac said that's not Bud. Period. That's the only thing he said. That's what the fuck. Bernie should have said instead of calling the man a sellout. Yo, you just seem nervous. You seem nervous.
Boots is the boogeyman at 154 already to me.
I don't know
Like,
about
I don't
that.
think he need a tune up for no Charlo. Like, cause Charlo could call Boots out right now and they could get it on right now. He been laid off. It wouldn't be a tune up for Charlo.
What you
Boots the
mean?
boogeyman. That's why they saying he's selling out. Cause that's what they do to people like that who don't be really running their mouth like that, but they real good. They rather want to use them for sparring or something instead of fighting them, cause they don't want to really fight them in the ring. Ain't no sellout. Then you could have been a sellout for instead of giving Boots an opportunity to get the belts before he moved up to 154. Give him an opportunity. Like I think he the boogeyman. Cause Charlo could have called him out.
He did call him out. Charlo
He
done called
did.
out
He
everybody.
posted one of them lions
Yeah, he
chewing
done
on the
posted.
boot too.
He done posted all of them.
He
Want
posted
everybody.
4 lions. It was one with a boot in his mouth, one with
Oh,
an
all
ox
right.
that
I ain't
said
see that.
Virgil on it,
Yep.
a shark in his mouth, and a giraffe neck.
Who gave this man AI?
I
That's
think
what I want to know. Who gave this man AI? Like,
I think
take it
if
away.
Tony Harrison in the first fight, what Tony Harrison did versus Charlo, Boots
Yeah.
would be capable of doing probably 5 times more than that. I think
Mm.
the people sleep on him because of the times he got hit in fights where he was trying to get the fighter to engage with him.
I don't know about that though, because I'm gonna be real. Like people sleep on Tony Harris is one of the last of the dudes to come out of that crunk gym. His boxing skill is elite. I don't think Boots is that good. His
I
boxing is
think
not
his
that good to
boxing
me.
skill.
Salute.
I'm
Hey,
not
He
saying he
got
not is. I'm not saying that he doesn't. He's not a skilled fighter. But as far as Tony Harrison, the only issue Tony Harrison ever had in his career is his chin is fucking watery.
yeah.
Outside of that, he has elite level boxing skills. Boots, I don't feel has that. And the only thing that I say about the problem with Charlo is for a while I had Charlo number one pound. I really liked Charlo, but the problem is they sacrificed him because his brother wasn't ready to fight Canelo. They ran him up there, so everybody now thinks this guy's a bum or he's shit. I think the problem is the fact that he's been sitting on the shelf for a while and he's going to be a little bit dry. But other than that, I'm just going to be real. That's not an easy fight for Boots. Going to have a lot of trouble with because Charlo got a chin and he can hit. So everybody want to do the Canelo thing. Let's be real. There's a reason why there's weight classes, bro. He went up there and seen his
so
punches weren't putting no damage on him. But I don't think he's going to
so
have an issue with Boots.
when it come to Boots and Charlo and Tony Harrison, like yeah, Tony Harrison is elite level skill. I don't say that Boots is not though. I feel like you said Tony Harrison chin is watery or whatever. So he can afford to fight in ways that Boots can afford to fight at a lower weight class, but Boots is capable of doing everything and more that Tony Harrison did with Charlo in that first fight. I don't see why would it tell you that he's not capable of that. He way more athletic than Tony Harrison, and honestly, he got a longer boxing background than him. And now he getting this sparring with Canelo, somebody who stopped Jamel.
The thing is, it's not that I just see it playing out a little different. Like if he
Charlo
was to beat him,
you fight, man.
If
it's
Boots was
going to
to
be a great
box
fight
him
though. That's the thing
and
about it.
not bang it with him, like say Boots was to take a style of just boxing him and be in that range, how you think that'll play out with him and Charlo?
Well, I think the difference is Charlo's issue is that he's not good at in fight changes, but if he's prepped before the fight, it's difficult. I think Tony Harris got that off because that was the first time that Charlo experienced something like that. I don't think it's going to be as easy to do to him again. And we seen what happened when they fought the second time. Like,
But you
let,
So do you see that Boots is more athletic than Tony Harrison though,
he's more athletic, but like I said, he has less skill. The
and
defensive
bigger?
skill is not as good. The defense matters. That's what Tony's Harris defense is what Charlo was
yeah,
having an issue
All
with.
right, no
yeah.
doubt.
Like, so let's be honest, Boots is going to engage more, and that's what more up Charlo's alley. He's not going to like somebody who's defensively superb. He has a problem with Boots doesn't have that elite level defense. Now he's more athletic, he's more powerful, he can punch harder, but that's more what Charlo's going to want
So
somebody to
you said
engage with
Boots
him.
don't got the ability to box like Tony Harrison.
No, his
Boxing,
foot
sticking
speed's
and
not the
moving.
same. His defense not the same. It's just not.
Wait,
Not to
wait.
say it's
Okay.
terrible, but we're talking about like literally we're talking about a level 9 and a level 7. 7 is not horrible, but he's not no Tony Harrison.
For me, I only see that's an illusion that people see based on the opponents that he fought, and so far he was able to play with him. He had to do something with other opponents to get him to engage. But I see Boots skill on the level like of an all time great, where like with Floyd, just for an example, not comparing him to Floyd in that way, just comparing it to like I seen Floyd press somebody, cut the ring off, and I seen him box, stick and move. And I feel like Boots definitely got that in his bag. But he just ain't been able to see it because he ain't had to use it on nobody. But somebody like Charlo, I feel like it'd be crazy what you could see what he could do with somebody that good with his boxing ability of just sticking and moving from the outside.
Hold on, let me say this. Because Kings of Kings, you basically said Charlo he can't adjust in the ring, basically is what you said, right? He needs to be prepped. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's why I got from the first Tony Harrison fight that he
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah, he couldn't adjust in that fight. That's why he got dominated. Not dominated, but that's why he got beat. And if you look in the second fight, it's like the game plan's completely different, and
Uh-huh.
he was ready from the beginning. I haven't seen a lot of fights where he, you got to think even the what was that the dude that he knocked out the second time, Cadenza, what
Oh,
his name is.
I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I know that when they rematch, he slept them, like just like pulled the cords out of him. But if you look in the first fight, it's kind of the same situation. It's like he stuck with his game plan, which was good enough, but you don't see a lot of changes. Now I don't know if that's because of corner work or whatever, but he's going to fight a certain way through the whole fight, and he's going to stick with what he's got going on. But I don't see a lot of changes in the fight.
If that's the case, what I can say, what I believe, is that I think Boots actually can do a lot of different things in the ring, and if he can't keep up with the things that Boots is doing, and he got to wait until the round is over and get prepped by his corner to tell him what Boots is doing different now, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard for him to win those rounds. Is how I look at it. But Boots, man, like I seen him. You remember when he did the slow mo against Villa? You remember during the fight, he punched and he started moving slow mo,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
he dodged the punch and then hit him again and slow. Like, bruh, he can do some different types of shit. He got different styles. He can stand in different stances. Could it overwhelm Charlo in the ring, being that if he can't keep up with the changes that Boots is making?
It
That's the
could.
question.
It definitely could. If it's my like, cause I think his brother has a better, like Maul has a better, cause Maul's my favorite fighter, and
Mhm.
I've always said Maul was the better brother.
He is.
I've always said it was. I said if Maul could have stayed at 54, he would have ran it first. But Mel is the type where he thinks too much in the ring, so he does need a game plan. So I agree with that, but I think he can make an adjustments, but he can't make an all-out change in his game plan. Like, all right, we're gonna just fight now, or I'm gonna just box you. He has to really think about it. Unlike his brother, who can just switch it. Like, oh, this is what you want to do now. Like in the Deverenchenko fight, Deverenchenko was moving a lot, so Maul said, "All right, I'm gonna take it to you now."
That Devenchenko, I like
That's the
Devenchenko's
Yeah, I
an
love that
underrated
fight.
fighter.
Yeah,
Devenchenko
yeah.
is so underrated,
I'm
bruh.
telling people that's a great fight, man.
Devenchenko's reach is the same as Tank's. Tell me if you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Right, the way he fights, and he be fighting these giants, man. The footwork, yo, shout out to Devenchenko.
Yeah,
Salute to
Damachenko.
Devenchenko for taking all the hard fights and not fucking complaining and going in there getting hit and being a warrior. Shout out to Devenchenko, man.
Yeah, he never
Respect to
complained
him.
not once.
Shit,
I
and
like
that fight
that
and
Dev.
him versus Hamid McGill. Oh my god, that shit was fire. Devenchenko versus Hamid McGill was a good ass fight.
Hey, low key, he should have won that. He should have got the nod in that fight. Demachenko is a monster.
That drop because he got dropped at the end of the fight.
Yeah, that's a thing that cost him. And the funny part is he's doing that. He be doing dudes like that. And let's be real, Demachenko ain't got a lot of power, but he got heart. And he got skill, and he'll fight anybody.
Jesus.
If he had a little more pop, he'd be a problem.
His last fight, he got hurt.
Shit from Charlo in that fight. Do you remember how his face looked after that fight?
Yeah.
He got a chin.
Yep.
Crazy chin. And I was watching the fight. I watched it because Maul was my favorite fighter. And I'm like, yo, how is he still up, bro? Like, what's going on with this dude, bro? Dude was taking shots and he's like, nah, I'm not going nowhere, bro.
Shout out.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it would have slept a lesser man, to be honest. Maul was hitting him with some artillery, and that motherfucker Demachenko is just
He's a fighter of yesteryear, I can say. Yeah. Demachenko is an old school fighter, bro. Shout out to Demachenko, man. But I gotta go, man. We done hit 3 hours on the train. It's been a fire ass live. Shout out to everybody that hit the link. Definitely appreciate everybody for hitting the link. Do this every Saturday and participate in the panel, participate in the chat.
Peace and blessings.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you for coming through again, Ashley. Peace out.
Definitely. Salute to you, Don Drickum, Ja, and Kings of Kings, everybody that hit the like button that came in the building. Please hit the like button before you get out of the building. All right, sub to the channel if you didn't already. Salute to all the ladies that came in the building as well. Salute. I'll see y'all next Saturday. Every Saturday is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern time. I see a lot of people opening up channels, and I'm leaving room for everybody to get theirs because I can't go live at 5 p.m. no more. That shit is way too late. But salute to everybody that came in the building, yo. Your girl is out. Peace.
Making love to the beat so slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow.